Hello everyone, good evening, and welcome to episode 7 of Dungeon Sphere. We're here representing the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild. And in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we wish you welcome to the Dungeon Sphere. Welcome to the Dungeon Sphere. Now, if you're just joining us this evening, the people on the screen, who aren't me, are the members of Team Reaper, who have been fighting their way through the first level of the Dungeon Sphere. It's been a crazy adventure so far, and we've only, nobody's died, and we've only come close to death maybe a couple dozen times. Last week was actually one of those weeks where, death was looming over one of our party members, and it was pretty exciting. But I'm not going to give you that recap because I'm instead going to pass the figurative microphone over to Melissa, who plays Braina Ironheart. Wait,
Beard.
Ironheart? Ironbeard. Ironheart is the successor to Tony Stark in the Marvel Comics for Iron Man.
Thank God.
Yes. Okay, is that all, Dev?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
Figurative
so
microphone.
got it. Okay, so previously on the Dungeon Sphere, Team Reaper, or more specifically Moxie, made friends with some Myconids, and then was immediately skewered by a rapier wielded by a Kenku rogue assassin, Click-Clack. Wasting no time, the rest of Team Reaper leapt into action. Braina, me, taking on that darn Kenku. Canary and Umbrin laid waste to the Bard. Drexel and a healed Moxie took out Boy, all with no mercy given at all,
None.
Zero mercy.
I'm pretty sure I was the one fighting Boy for that whole gosh darn fight. So
You were
Were you?
fighting Braina.
who was
Oh, is that
who
what-
was Boy?
There was a lot of fighting going on, and I didn't actually rewatch the fight for a fourth time, so yes, I did my best. Everything is fine. However, the remaining two members of Team Nightwalker escaped down a tunnel and were lost sight of. One restless long rest later, and we were on our way. Coming into a large cavern, Vrexel noticed runes on the wall, just in time for them to spew out a stinking cloud. The only way out of it being up a cliff wall. Braina, me, again, scaled the wall with relative ease, with an assist from her raging relatives, and quickly let down a rope to help the rest of the team up. Moxie had a little bit of trouble with the stinking cloud, but Umbrin, who doesn't breathe, very helpful, gave her the boost needed to get up. At the top of the cliff, Team Reaper found yet another trauma door, opened by Vrexel. Inside was a massive library and a spectral librarian who seemed unaware of the fact that he was in fact spectral and in the Dungeon Sphere. Getting to the bottom of what was needed, Vrexel found out that Team Reaper needs to find 3 books. Forbidden Love, Tales of Vile Infatuation, a blood red tome. The Cursed Chronicles of Albert Warsaw, a green book. And That's Not My Grandma, a tan book. Canary also asked about books on giants, not giant books. And found a book on the twisted cursed giants of the Feywild, which may prove useful on the end boss for this level. Vrexel, in an inspired move, chose a spell for the day called Speedy Reading, and so was able to very quickly find the first book, which, when opened, produced a very real incubus and succubi, and that is where we pick up today. Ta-da!
Yes. Thank you so much, Melissa, for that wonderful recap. That was akin to speedy reading, except speedy recap.
The speedy recap, if you would.
Speedy recap. So
New
now,
homebrew spell, speedy recap.
yes. Speaking of succubus and incubus and fighting and combat and death, murder and suffering, we will be switching over to the battle map. Producer Ryan, take us away.
Who's ready to suck that bus?
Ink that bus!
Oh no. Oh no.
Alright, so we're on the battle map now, and I would like to declare that it is time to roll initiative! Thunder cracks, lightning.
I don't think
Beautiful.
I don't have advantage yet, right? That's not a thing in my stuff. No. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want
breakfast.
the advantage?
Oh,
No,
the-
I think I get it at some point in the near future. I just have never had it yet.
I think that's 7th level.
Yeah, I think so.
So I guess maybe in 14 episodes then.
Yeah.
One day. I can walk on water.
If there
One day
are
I
any
can summon a
children
demon dog.
watching, there will be maybe some PG-17 jokes made because we have sex demons now in our
I love how you were so delicate about it and then just like sex demons.
sex positive. Sex is okay. Everybody should know about sex at some point. So do we have anyone that rolled over a 20? Wonderful. Do we have anyone that rolled between a 16 and a 20? All right, Kanari, what'd you roll?
An 18.
Oh.
Because I had advantage.
And Umbrin, what did you roll?
16 on the dot.
Rexel?
Rex was also 16.
Who would like to go first?
It's gonna be you, I would think.
I am technically faster, but that
Yeah.
means I rolled worse on my dice.
Actually, I just read in the Dungeon Master's Guide or like combat that it specifically says that when a monster ties with a player, the DM determines who gets to go first, but when two players tie, the players get to determine who go first. And so it's official that I don't have to be involved in that conversation.
You are closer, but I do have Tasha's mind whip ready.
Yeah, you go for it.
I'll go first. All right, Umbrin's first.
And then who got between a 10 and 14? 10 and 15.
15.
All right,
I rolled so garbage. So garbage. It's fine.
15.
I am very much looking forward to that. Always advantage.
And then 10 for Brain Ironbeard. Sweet. Initiative has been set. So that brings us to the top of the round with Kanari.
I actually get to go first.
You do.
And you're so far away.
Oh,
Do you even know that they are there? That is a good question.
oh, that is true. Do I know that they are there?
Roll me a perception check.
Whee! Okay, that is a 17.
So the summoning circle that was essentially created when this book was touched and then hit the ground and flared open is creating quite a ruckus, creating some wind. So actually some books are falling off the shelves. So you don't know what's happening, but you know something's happening and you know which direction it is in.
How tall are these shelves? Are these like standard like 10-foot shelves, or are they higher?
Yeah, they're about 10 feet. You also can probably hear Moxie yelling, "What the fuck?"
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
How far can I get? This is going to be interesting. Okay, well, if I go my full... action and bonus action, or action and movement, So I'm just going to run to the end where I know that they were kind of in that general area, so I'm going to use a dash action to get there. And then I see those two, or I think I could get up just a little bit further.
You're seeing their wings flare out, and you know that there's something there. You're not exactly sure what it is, but you also see the fiery portal that they're crawling out of from the book, sort of scorching the ground. It's a magical fire, so it's not setting fire to the books, though.
Oh, not good. Kanari's gonna throw her hand up, and yeah, I think that's in range. Let me double check. But I think I am just. Oh yeah, I'm fine. Spiritual weapon's gonna go right here, right by the Incubus.
Wonderful. So everybody who is watching, I took the initiative and made a spiritual frying pan for Kanari.
It's a real frying pan Dev has at his house, made of light and stars.
So it's gonna be SW for spiritual weapon, or no, actually SFP. So spiritual frying pan.
Yeah.
That took me a hot second. That I did not figure it out until he said it.
It's like that doesn't look like SPF. Why would we need sunscreen?
Because you're all so hot.
Kanari hits people with it and she yells, "Sun safety!"
Don't get cancer.
Boom.
So that's an attack on the Incubus as part of that. I think it's... Oh... What is it to hit? I love playing a spellcaster. I know what I'm doing. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. No, that rolled off of so many things. I ended up on the ground. That's great. Okay. So that is, I think, 6 points of force damage. Yep, 6 points of force damage.
All right, so as this frying pan smacks against the back of this incubus, its wings flare out, and you hear it yell, you hear it curse under its breath. As the fires roar and the last little bits of these creatures are pulled out of this fiendish portal, Umbrin gets to make a perception check as well.
Surprisingly good, 17.
Yeah, same thing. You hear the clattering of the books, the swirling of the vortex, and the displacement of the wind, and the commotion being caused. And so you know that something is up, and you know where it's at.
Awesome. That could have been really bad. It's all like, no, Umber didn't hear nothing. Alright, with Umbrin's movement, he is going to run forward. With his 30 feet, he can get right here, the end of the shelf.
Yep.
I believe that they are in range at 90 feet.
Okay, I'm going to put you into a square.
Okay. Yeah, so within 90 feet, I am going to twin cast Tasha's Mind Whip on both of these things, and they need to make me an intelligence save of 15.
All right, let's see what their intelligence is. It's got a +2 modifier to intelligence, so praise you, O gods. The Incubus got a 13, so it fails. And the Succubus got a 14.
Nice.
So that fails as well.
Alright, so they're going to take 3d6 psychic damage. That's a 6, a 3, and a 3, so 12 psychic damage. As well as they are now restrained by Umbrin's puppet strings. And on one hand, the puppet strings glow red instead of the usual purple. And he's going to, for the first time ever, use his shard of the Shadowfell to curse the, let's say the Succubus, because she's got a little more health. And she's going to have disadvantage on Constitution saves.
Ooh. Setting something up. All right, so I am going to mark that they are cursed and Tasha's Mind Whip. Tasha's Mind Whip lasts until the start of your next turn, right? Or the end of their turn. One of those.
Start on my, I was just looking at it, of course.
So yeah, as those puppet strings wrap around the Succubus and the Incubus, their wings are restrained and they're looking around very confused, and they almost slow down because of this spell, allowing maybe some breathing room for some of you.
It says on its next turn, it only gets either a move, an action, or a bonus action. Cannot take reactions.
Awesome.
So I suppose until the start of my next turn?
It would be at the end of their next turn, because then once their turn
until
is
the
over,
end of its next turn.
Yeah. So then it can use reactions after its turn, but not until its turn is over.
Indeed.
But that then brings us to Vrexel. Vrexel, you see these puppet strings almost fly over your head and ensnare these two fiends. And so you turn and look and you see what is happening behind you.
Vrexel's gonna kind of like slam the brake on his, because he's like going full speed down the book aisle looking like whoop, and then like do like a little skid turn, pull out the quill and launch a little ball of like purplish lavender energy, and is gonna cast Fairy Fire right there to try and get the two of them without getting Moxie in that.
Wonderful.
So that's a dex save 16.
All right. Succubus rolls a 17 on the die, so it will succeed. And then the Incubus will roll a 13. Their dexterity is +3, so that's a 16.
Oof. Man,
Oof.
no luck with the Fairy Fire lately. Okay.
I'm sorry, those were really good rolls.
Yeah, then I guess for bonus action, Vrexel will just have have his little homunculus servant go fly that way, and it's just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to use its action. Actually, no, it'll stay right there. And it's might as well take a shot with its force strike to 30-foot range, so it can go for the first one, which is the succubus.
So its tiny little hummingbird beak turns into a miniature gun that then shoots out a force bullet.
Does a, let's see, 11 on the die. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Yeah, so it's gonna take 5 points of force damage.
You said succubus, right?
Yes.
All right, they're being beat up. And as this force bullet hits the succubus, Moxie gets to snap into action.
Yeah, we're gonna punch. No, we're probably not gonna punch. It's a 11.
11 does not hit.
Okay, well let's try again with a different dice. That is a 25.
A 25 does hit.
And that's 9 damage.
9 damage against the succubus.
So they're not gonna be able to do reactions, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then I'll go ahead and spend a key point to Fury of Blows them.
Flurry of blows, so you get 2 bonus action on unarmed strikes. 2 unarmed strikes for your bonus action.
That is a 15 on the dice plus a 7 math.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah. So that's gonna be another 9 damage. And that's a 1, so.
All right, so as the 1 occurs, it finally understands what's happening and ducks underneath your fist as it swings across.
Okay. And then since they can't do a reaction, I am going to move here.
Thank you.
All right. It then is the Incubus's turn. The Incubus says, looks at you as you run around the corner at these bookshelves, and it asks, "Now where are you going, cute thing?" And it is going to attempt to charm you. So I need you to roll a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let me go. I rolled a 7. Well, I rolled a 14, but with the +3, so 17.
All right, so you resist this Incubus's charming call at you.
Suck it, loser! And then
Yeah, it was a little creepy, and you're just not falling for it. So his turn is done because that's all he can do. Thanks, Umbrin.
Yeah, thank you.
And now it's Brayna's turn.
I feel like our team is great for like locking down combat in the first round, and if
Yeah.
we can just
Control.
get them dead in the first round, we're golden.
Yep. Brayden knows what to do for this. Rage! Run! She's got 40 feet of movement, so she can get all the way up there.
As you rage and your tattoos flare and the spirits of your ancestors start swirling around translucently, one of them actually gets distracted by one of the books that says how to tame a Philandrian goat, and says, "I could have used this back in '67."
Which 67 we'll never know.
Brandon be like, Uncle Sven, now is not the time. And reckless. Oh, I thought it was a 20, but it is in fact a 10 on the one dice, but 19 on the other dice, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, it does.
19 plus whatever, I don't even have my character sheet up.
Well, you know the 15 hit, so
Yeah,
if you roll
Not
over
concerned.
15 on the dice, you're pretty good.
not concerned. So first attack is 8 on the D8 plus the rage plus the 5 is 15 points of damage for the first attack.
All right.
Ooh. On the succubus,
And this is with your Warhammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
That's what I always use. Second attack on the Succubus. 13 plus, I think it's 9. Let me look. Yeah, 9. 22.
Yeah, that hits.
4 plus 5 plus 2 is 11 more points of damage as Brandon says, I've seen better. And whack, whack. And will also, oh, no, actually, let's see. How many feet did she move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. She can only move back up one more spot in case Moxie wants to go. Right there. And that is Brina's turn.
All right, this Succubus looks at you and she says, wow, you're so strong. Come here and give me a kiss, please. And I need you to roll a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, she's so polite, though. Please.
She knows her places and thank yous.
Ooh, guys, this might be
voicing
bad.
this.
I do not have a very good wisdom save.
I
be
believe in
bad.
your ability to roll.
That's a 19 on the dice.
Oh,
Plus-
no!
What did I tell you?
Plus 1. It's for a dirty 20.
Whoa.
Nice.
Rude.
There were 6 numbers that will get me a pass on that.
All
That is
right,
30%, guys. 30%
Then that
chance to pass.
is its turn. So now
I'd be
it is
like-
back to the top of the order for Kanari.
Great. I am. Let's see.
And the mind whip strings that were wrapped around it have faded away.
So I'm going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And okay. Do I have line of sight on the Incubus right now?
Yes, but it does have partial cover.
Okay. Well, that is just fine. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt on it. Just at first level. Okay. So partial cover gets a +2 to AC, right?
Yep. Half
Okay.
cover plus 2 to AC.
Well, that's lovely when it's an @1.
Oof.
Oops. Okay. Well,
You instead hit the bookshelf, and some of the books flare off, and one of the spiritual ancestors says, "A desecration of books is deplorable."
I completely agree.
I'm sorry.
And you hear the librarian, the ghostly librarian from afar, "I do as well."
Okay. Kanari's just,
I'm proud of you, Kanari.
I'm assuming this is a compliment, but it doesn't feel like one. Because, frying pan. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits. Bonus
Uh,
action to swing the frying pan.
And that's another 6 points of force damage on the Incubus.
You bonk the Incubus for 6 points of damage.
And then, yeah, that's everything.
All right, Umbrin, you're up. And Rexel is on deck.
Right. Umbrin is going to move up 30 feet. Yeah, well, yeah, I have to be within. Umbrin is going to just politely scoot by Rexel.
Scoop.
And then I'm going to cast a Mind Sliver at the... Which one looks more hurt?
You can definitely tell that the Succubus has taken the brunt of the damage.
Alright. I'm going to...
Hammer
Yeah.
to the face.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw... I'm gonna pull out that like little needle and chuck it at her. She needs to make another intelligence save of a 15.
All right. The Succubus rolled a 10 plus 2, 12 failure.
Alright, so she's gonna take 2d6 psychic damage. That's a 3 and a 5. And from her next saving throw, she will have to subtract 1d4.
Oh, that was a Mind Sliver.
That was Mind Sliver.
Awesome. Mind Sliver's
Because
one of
it's
my
my
favorite cantrips now.
only long-range damaging cantrip.
Which one did you just hit with that?
The Succubus.
Yeah,
So
I'll mark
on her
it.
forehead, she's marked with a little, cross, so you can tell.
Yep, the needle basically hits right into her head and glows, and it deals her damage. You can see her wince, and the needle seems to be impacting her ability to concentrate on the resisting of spells and magics. That was more of a tell than a show, but you understand. You get the gist. All right, so that means that it is now Vrexel's turn.
Do I have... Is this... I don't want to say hallway, but this, runway from me to the Succubus, is that, too busy for me to fire a beam at the Succubus, or do I need to, get closer?
Nope, you're good.
Okay, then cool. From here, Vrexel's going to pull out the Gem of Brightness, use the second command word to do the one beam of light. So it's a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or they are blinded for 1 minute.
On the Incubus or the Succubus?
The Succubus, since it's got the thingy.
All right, does the Succubus have the Constitution disadvantage, or was that the Incubus?
It was the Succubus.
Was the
It
Succubus?
was the Succubus. It ends until the end of my next turn, so I think it's done.
Well, you just
okay.
did it, so it's fine, right?
The Shadowfell Shard.
The Shadowfell Shard only works when I use a meta magic.
Yeah.
It
All right.
does not last long. The Shadowfell Shard is the worst shard of all the shards you could get, but it's thematically appropriate.
Oh yeah, it was until the end of your next turn, so it
Yeah,
does not
so-
have disadvantage, so it will roll normally.
But it
10.
does take that 1d4 from its
D4
next
off.
saving
That's
throw.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 10 on the die. Its Constitution is a +1, so even with the D4, or with the D4, it can't possibly hope to succeed. That's a 2, and so it fails.
Nice. So it is blinded for 1 minute. Can't charm what you can't see. And then
It's very true.
and then
I don't know. You could still pretend you're hot and sexy if you can't see.
mechanically.
What is this ableist?
That is so rude of you.
Oh my
Stage whispers, Deb. Stage whispers.
I am ready to cry. I need you to hold me and caress my hair. Comfort me, you big,
Oh boy.
beautiful gnome.
Oh no.
She starts making kissy faces. Like in every direction because she can't see.
Oh. Oh no.
All right. Next up is Moxie. Moxie,
Okay.
you see this blinding light having hit the Succubus, and you know that you will probably have advantage against her.
Cool. So I'll move back over here. And we'll attempt to punch some more.
Brayden's just like, Moxie, Moxie.
24.
24 hits.
That's 6 damage.
6 damage.
And then I'm gonna attack again. And you said I have advantage, right? So still right? Or
Yep.
for all of it? Okay.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 22.
A 22 definitely hits.
And that's gonna be full damage at 10.
All right.
And then I'll go ahead and when they're blinded, do they get reactions or opportunity attacks?
I think they potentially could. But it would be at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my key point to punch some more.
All right.
So that's another 22.
That'll hit.
That's for 8 damage.
All right. How do you want to kill her?
Oh,
Ooh.
so she, punched her in the face, and then like probably punched her in the stomach, and then it's just like a big clean punch right across the face.
And then, whoosh, and
Yeah.
as you hit her so hard, her head actually, you hear an audible snap, and the book flares, and she gets pulled back into it, disappearing before your eyes.
Great.
And she's dead. You still have one of your flurry of blows unarmed strikes left, so you can make that against the Incubus if you would like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I guess I have to move up one.
Yep.
Um.
And the Incubus doesn't look quite as
shoot.
hurt as the Succubus, but he looks pretty pissed that you beat his polyamorous girlfriend.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a 23.
23 hits.
Okay. And that's 10 damage.
10 damage.
And I'll go ahead and take the chance of taking an opportunity attack to move back one.
All right. As it sees you stepping back, it will, out of rage and fury, make an attack against you with its claw. So it takes its clawed hand. You almost see the nails growing as its fury grows as well. But it rolls a 3, and you nimbly avoid the strike. And then it is its turn, and its wings are going to spread out, and it is going to fly 30 feet into the air. 60, well, it's not quite that tall. It's going to fly 30 feet into the air. So I am going to put a ring around it to indicate that, and I am going to put 30 feet. So that you can kind of know. I'm gonna put it like right here too. So it is now flying above all of you. So melee might not be capable. You might not be
Rude.
capable of hitting it with the melee attacks. And then as
Rude.
its action, because it still has an action, it is going to attempt to charm Brayna again. And it's going to say, you know, when you lose one girl, it's always an opportunity to find another. Come on, sweet thing. And so, roll your wisdom saving throw.
This is
DC
not gonna be good,
15.
guys. Not gonna be good.
I believe in you.
Be better.
That's
Zero.
not a face that says.
Oh.
That's a
good
12
thing.
on the dice.
Oh, that's 12's not a
Woof.
1.
And then you have
But I
a plus
only
one,
have a
right?
+1.
You become completely infatuated with this Incubus. You look at his pectorals, his thick cheeks, and his muscular body, and you're just like, I want to do anything for this man.
Dislike.
And then you hear a voice in your head that says, you know what you would like to do for me? Kill that girl before you.
No, no.
Oh no.
And you now want to kill Moxie for this Incubus, and you have to obey this command.
Cool. Brayden's not gonna have any guilt about that at all.
And it is now Brayna's
future.
turn!
Yeah.
Yay! And you hear him call out, consider this revenge for the death of my lover. Hi, Dozer.
What's her name?
Her name was Bella.
Gross.
That's a kind of a nice name.
My name is Fred.
All right. Well, at least it's not Edward.
It's short for Fredward.
I'm okay with that too.
So I think Brayden's gonna go reckless.
Ooh.
PvP.
What do we get if we kill our own team? What's our magic?
Oh,
no! Oh, the worst.
Guilt.
How do you
get
do
guilt.
how do you do crits again?
You roll everything like you normally would, and add all the modifiers as you normally would, and then you double it.
Oh, you double modifiers.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's a 3 plus 5 plus 2 is 10 times 2 is 20.
Oof.
All right, describe the hit, because I want
the
it.
pain.
Brayna just kind of gets this crazy look in her eyes, and straight across that way.
Moxie, you raise up your hands to try and block it, but the force of the warhammer strikes your arms, pushing them back into your face, and you take that incredible amount of damage. You look back at Brayna, wondering, what is she thinking? What are you doing? How do you react?
I mean, she tried to. I mean, she almost got charmed by the thing before, so I'm sure she's like, snap out of it.
I mean,
Also,
they've just been
Canary.
kind of flirting,
Well.
but yeah. Canary. You could have perceived them as flirting. You could roll an insight check on your turn to
Okay.
try and see if you can discern what's happening.
This
Okay.
is the same thing in a row. Brenna has once again attacked her party 2 weeks in a row. I can't believe she would do this. Swinging
We're
on
not
Umbra,
even in the
swinging
safe
on
zone.
Moxie.
Wait, what was the other one?
I didn't do it last time. It was 2
No,
weeks.
when it was
2
boy.
weeks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
when
Oh,
Boy was
yeah.
like
It was
pretending.
pretending to be Brenna. And Umbra's like, this doesn't sound like Brenna.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
And-
second attack.
Oh, the second attack. I thought you were done, but you're not.
No.
There's two.
No. Well, that's a little better. 17 and a 9 instead of a 20 and a 9.
17
but-
meets.
Well, 17 plus.
So okay.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Oh no.
For 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 2 is 13 damage, so 33 damage over the 2 strikes.
Oof.
Once that is done being totaled up and subtracted from hit points and whatnot, it will be
You're all
Kanari's
just
turn.
really lucky I had some temporary hit points that I don't remember why they were still on, but they were still
8.
on.
8.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
Eight,
they
Which is
Aid.
exactly why I casted it.
Otherwise, that would have been all my health.
So
Oh no!
Moxie
But luckily,
is
I had
wavering back
aid.
and forth, staggering. Everyone in line of sight, other than Kanari, can see that Brayna is fighting Moxie. Moxie is taking some serious hits. But now it is Kanari's turn, who has no idea what's happening, other than that the Incubus is flying in the air.
Well,
But you did hear Moxie. Call out
Moxie-
for, yeah.
Moxie called out for me,
Yes.
and I think could I have heard Brayna hitting Moxie? Like try and put 2 and 2 together for that.
You can go ahead and roll me a perception check and see what you can discern.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, you don't know. You think that there might be just fighting the Succubus stuff.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna move my 25 feet of movement up to kind of closer under the Incubus.
And now you
And
see
I-
that Moxie is entirely beat up and that Brayna is holding a warhammer, probably trying to go in for another strike.
Could I? Would I know what happens? Like, I mean, the Incubus said, consider this revenge for killing. Could I try and piece everything together?
I am going to say, since you did the perception check, you would
Okay.
have to wait till your next turn to try and discern that as well.
Okay.
Right now, you don't know what's going on. You're just confused.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you can't do certain things, but you definitely know that Moxie is pretty banged up right now.
Okay. In that case, this makes sense. I'm gonna channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
Bam!
So that will hit everybody.
Look at that.
I need it to. Yeah, it's fancy. Thank you, Dev.
I said I would.
Mhm. Okay. So it ends its turn. Okay. In
Ooh.
that case, I I can only move my spiritual weapon up in a direction 20 feet.
20 feet.
Okay. So it'd still be out of range of that. So I've done everything I can for that turn.
All right, your turn ends, so you can do the temporary hit points now.
Yep. For me, I am going to say that the spiritual weapon is up 20 feet, just so it's closer within
Alright.
range.
I will mark that just in case.
Then I get 11 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's a good roll.
Yeah. No, wait, 10. I can't do math. I was like, how did I get a +6 to that roll?
Rightio, that means that we are now on to Umbrin. Umbrin, you have seen everything. If you would like to roll an insight check to see if you can piece together what's happening, I'll let you do that.
That's a 2. Plus 2.
You're confused. It's just like, is that another like shapeshifter?
It's boy again. He's back from beyond the grave. No, Umbrin doesn't care about that. He doesn't. What? Tell me, Dev. Tell me about getting up on these bookshelves.
It's 10 feet. So to climb up, you don't have a climbing speed, so it would just take you. You would double the movement, so it would take 10 feet. So since it takes 10 feet to get up, that would be 20 feet of movement.
So I don't have to do like an acrobatics check to like get up there.
Not with a bookshelf. And
Okay.
plus you like weigh like what, 75 pounds?
Yeah, hardly anything. I was all like, what if he tries to climb up and he knocks it over? And I'm like, no, he's like, yeah, I don't think he can.
They're solid oak.
Can I do a check just to see if I could get up there with less movement speed?
You can perform an acrobatics check and maybe I'll do that.
It's 25 sound.
Let's say that you can expend 15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna
Reduce
go
it by
to
5.
get up on top of this bookshelf. Put myself in a square.
All right,
And a
so
square.
according to the Pythagorean's theorem, you are and then so that's so that's
So
25
he's-
feet, and then
Yeah,
he
he's 20 feet above me because I
Yep,
went
so
up the
20
10-foot
feet.
shelf.
and so 20 times 20 is 400. 25 times 25 is 625, and so then 625. Let's just say that he's within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Awesome. That's exactly what I was going for. Because I would like to use Witch Bolt. So
All right,
I'm
cool.
going to make an attack roll. I think that's how Witch Bolt works. It'd help if I wasn't stuck on this one screen.
Okay, so the square root of 1025. Oh, I
Yeah.
wrote square roll. That
That's
doesn't make any
another
sense.
18. Nice. So that's another 25.
Yeah, that hits. Technically, it would have been 32.0156211.872 feet. But I'm pretty sure.
What
you
if
could
I
stretch-
hold out my arm? I've
Yeah,
got
you
like
could stretch
2.5
out a little
feet
bit.
of arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think you're good.
All right, so that's gonna be 1d12 lightning damage.
Would you roll? Oh, you said
That-
25.
Is it lightning damage in this game? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
4 or 5.
5. All right. The lightning wraps around him, and he just chuckles at you.
Never mind. Witch Bolt. Not a good idea.
You think that lightning affects me like that? He takes half damage.
It was a shot in the dark.
Actually, it's a shot in the library.
It was a shot through the heart, hopefully, but not really.
Shot through the heart.
There it is.
You give love
Copyright.
a bad
All right.
name.
After Umbrin, it is now Vrexel.
Ah,
Vrexel, if you want to roll me a perception check, you can do a perception check or an insight check. Perception would be to see if what the witch bolt did to this thing, since you're have lightning based abilities. Insight would be to determine what's going on with Bryna.
would I have any sort of prior knowledge on what these creatures are? Could I make an Arcana check of
You could
I
also do an Arcana check.
would prefer that.
Of course.
That's a 27, so
Ooh.
You have read about incubi and succubi quite a lot, not in the ways that anyone else would think. You're just naturally curious.
You picked up the wrong book one time.
If you go real deep into that chest of holding, you'll find out why.
So you know that they have the ability to charm people and then basically force those people to obey them through their charms. If they take damage, or if they're issued a suicidal command, then they can repeat their saving throw.
Okay, so I know that hitting Braina around a little will give her a chance to break out.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
and you know she can take it.
Yeah. In that case, to attempt to sort of diffuse that situation, Vrexel is going to cast Heat Metal on Braina's Warhammer.
Ooh. So not even so. First, we'll roll the damage, and she'll just automatically take that.
Okay. So 2d8.
And then Braina, I believe, needs to make a Constitution saving throw. If you try to hold on to the Warhammer.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember if the creature is holding the object. Yeah, it takes 7 damage when I cast the spell, and then you can make a con save. I think it's on your turn to try and drop it. But that's
Try
7.
and drop it, or do I have to make a con save, or I do drop it?
You get a choice. If you want to drop it, you can just drop it. If you don't, you have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Go ahead.
You do make the Constitution saving throw now, not on your turn.
Oh, okay.
If you want to try and hold on to it, or you can just drop it.
Okay, question. Do I get to make this wisdom save right now?
Yes. So let's do the wisdom saving throw first.
Order of operations, this.
Yeah, it's like Magic the Gathering, the stack.
It's PEMDAS.
Is that an actual 20?
Yes!
All of a sudden,
your
Warhammer starts burning you, and you're like, why does that hurt? Wait, where am I? Wait, Moxie.
I think she would immediately drop. I would drop the hammer right away.
And then you drop the hammer, and you're out of the charm.
Yeah, I'd be like, "You are not my type, rude."
All right.
In Braina's accent.
You do it again in the accent, though.
You are not my type, rude.
Okay, there we go. We got it on the road.
All right, so Vrexel, is that your turn?
Vrexel is going to get a little closer since everybody's kind of bunched up a little.
All right, and you see that Braina has dropped her weapon, and you actually see Braina snap out of this. You can end Constitution at any time, so if you want to end it right now.
So then I will immediately, seeing that, end the concentration, and then send... How high up this Incubus is up? 30 feet?
Yep.
So Soren's also going to, for my bonus action, Soren's going to fly that way, and only needs to be within 30 to use its little...
Force gun!
Yeah, a little force gun. So just to try and distract this thing a little.
He's a little hummingbird, but he's also a gun.
Yeah,
Yes.
20. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And a 4 on the D4 for 6 points of force damage.
Whoa. The Incubus is like, oh, my eye!
Alright, and that's it for Vrexel.
All right, so after Vrexel, it is Moxie.
I just want to punch him, but I can't punch him.
You should charm him to come back down, so you
Yeah,
can
right.
punch him.
If only.
I've been crying.
I'll go ahead and spend 2 key points. Where is it? To do quickened healing as my action.
All right.
So, that was great.
An ability found in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I got 6 health back, and then, that's kind of it. I'll move, whoops, I don't want to move that. Except I'm going to need to. I'm going to move a little bit closer this way, and then that'll be my turn. And if I could get some temp hit points.
Yep, at the
you
end of your
get
turn.
8.
Thank you.
You know, technically at the end of Soren's turn, I believe Soren would also get some.
Soren gets 6 temporary HP.
I'm pretty sure that like triples Soren's hit points.
Once
What a
it's the
beefy bird!
Incubus's turn, he curses under his breath as he realizes that Brayna has broken out of his protection, and he looks to Umbrin. You look like you are the most powerful. How about you and me snuggle up close, bad boy?
That works anyway, because he said a compliment. Save at disadvantage. I'm kidding.
So wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Ooh, that was very good, because that's a 17 plus 2.
All right,
Oh,
so you really love the compliment, but you also kind of like rationalize, like, I don't think anything could happen between the two of
Oh,
us.
thank you. And I stick my tongue at him.
That's its turn, so now it's Brayna's turn.
Does Umbrin have a tongue?
Did I?
These are the deep questions.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Umbrin, you'll have a turn. Your turn was climbing up on the bookshelf. It just hasn't got back to you.
No, a tongue.
Oh, a tongue.
I've been
I thought
saying he
you said-
sticks his tongue out at people, but I don't know if he has one.
I mean, probably.
He was built with a tongue-like thing implement in his mouth in
It's
order
made
to.
out of shadow magic.
Yeah,
His
something
tongue is always purple.
because he needs.
Like you drink a Slurpee.
He needs something to create the sounds and the enunciations and pronunciations of the words. It's vital to the design. Anyway, it is now Brayna's turn.
Brayna is going to rage climb this bookshelf. Get up to the top and then take a flying leap towards the Incubus.
Yes.
So first I will need you, so you're just doing like a standing leap. So there are rules for that. So you have 20 feet to cover. Jump 5e. So I'll have you roll an athletics check while I'm looking it up.
Athletics, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You can reach them and get one of your attacks, not both.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just like holding onto him and like whack in the face. Reckless as per usual, because the hell, dude, like not even cool. 16 on both dice, so 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
4 plus.
I'm gonna say that you land.
Oh, I've
right
been
here.
adding the wrong thing. It's +6 and not +5. So 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 2 is 12 points of damage to this Incubus as I'm hanging off of him and like I'm trying to like hold onto one of his wings to make him not fly well.
That would be a grapple check.
I'm-
grapple.
Well, I did the flying leap to grab onto him, so I thought that was why I only had one attack.
Yeah, no, the one attack is because you only have that one moment where to swing before gravity takes you. If you
Oh.
want, what I'll have you do is roll a grapple check as your first attack, and then miss or hit, you can have what you just rolled as your other attack, because you can replace one of your attacks with grapple.
So I'm glad I did Dice Wars to start this out because, bam!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh!
That is on fire tonight.
That's why I do Dice Wars to start. All 7 of my of my D20s, Dice War.
Okay,
that
so
one
you
came out on top. So that was
grab
the grapple.
onto him. You kind of get like where his wing is connecting to his shoulder, and you swing up and hit him with the warhammer. And how much damage was that?
It was 4 plus 6 plus 2 is 12.
All right. And so you smack him, and he is, let's say that he is lowered to 20 feet, as opposed to 30 feet now,
Okay, cool.
because your weight is dragging him down.
Heck yes.
Get off of me, you ugly brute! He yells at you.
Well, that seems like a very rude thing to say to someone that you just was like, you should do this for me because I'm the best.
What do you think happens when a man gets rejected? We attack the woman.
You probably should go to therapy.
I know toxic masculinity is prevalent in both the mortal realms and the fiendish realms.
Okay, that's the first step is acknowledgement. The second step is actually doing something about it.
You're so woke.
It is now Kanari's turn. Brayna gets a temporary hit point.
Yep,
Sorry.
I rolled that 10 temporary HP. I almost said H.
Cool. H. You watching High Rollers?
I am. I burned through not another D&D podcast, so I started listening to High Rollers Curse of Strahd, and
That's
oh my
so
god,
good.
oh, it's such a good. I will talk about that some other time, but I love it. Okay. I'm gonna do a first level guiding bolt at this thing.
All right.
So, and then he's grappled. Would that do anything different?
Nope. It just means
Okay.
that he can't technically move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. That's a 6 on the die, I think, for 13.
Unfortunately, that will miss. He has just enough capability to be able to avoid your guiding bolt.
Or perhaps I have thrown him off balance and it just.
Yeah, maybe. Also, Brayna, it's a good thing that you did succeed on that grapple, because then you would have taken the 3d6 falling damage.
I don't care about falling damage.
I know you don't, because it would have been halved and everything. But still.
You would have fallen into the bookshelf.
All right.
And
So that is
Bookshelf would
your
have fallen.
action, and it is actually now within range of your
Yep.
what's it called, spiritual weapon, without even having to move the spiritual weapon.
Perfect. And then... And yeah, the grapple wouldn't do anything for that either, right?
No.
Okay. Another 6. 13.
Oh.
That beefs it. Okay.
Yep. Unfortunately, your frying pan also misses.
Yeah.
And
okay.
once Kanari is done, it is back to Umbrin.
Umran's going to dismiss the crackling black lightning, puff up his cheeks, and like, okay, so you don't mind lightning. How about death damage? And I'm going to do a first death damage. Yeah, that's what the damage is called. A first level inflict wounds, distance cast.
Nice.
Ooh, more meta magic fun times.
You said his AC was 15?
Yes.
That just hits. That's an 8 plus 7. Nice.
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be 3d10. And let's see if I can drop him. Unless
so you-
he's...
Do your meta magic, and it your hand actually shoots out an image of your hand and shoots right at him to grip and almost claw into his form.
A 10, a 9, and a 9.
Oh my gosh. How would you like to do
28
this?
points.
28 necrotic damage.
By the way, everybody, the max is 30. How would you like to do this?
Yes.
Guide him slowly to the ground so I take no falling damage.
No, I'm gonna dismiss my lightning and then shoot out the image of my hand, and I'm gonna choke him. Then he does slowly fall to the ground as I choke the life out of him.
As it wraps around his neck, it sears through him as his neck almost rots away and his head falls off. Him and his body falls back to the ground quickly into this book, being absorbed back into it. And the book immediately slams closed as his form is there. Brayna falls and takes 7 bludgeoning damage from hitting the ground, which is halved to 3.
Which is used out of my temporary hit points, so I don't even care anyways.
Hey! And combat is over.
So those temporary hit points go away, correct? Or do they stay?
Temporary hit points remain until you
Okay.
finish a long rest. I believe. Unless it says otherwise.
Let me double check the wording on
I'd
Twilight
like everyone to
Sanctuary.
know that Trixie has returned to my cat pouch pocket.
Cat pouch?
Very important information.
Yeah, it doesn't have a end duration on it. So and it lasts for a minute until I dismiss it. So if everybody, I'll tell Vrexel to get in.
I was gonna say, could Vrexel hop in there real quick?
Hop in, and everybody, you can essentially roll temporary hit points for everybody as they all swarm up into this.
So I already got. Okay, so I'll just go left to right on the screen. So Umbrin, 6 temporary HP.
Nice,
Vrexel will get 9 temporary
Nice.
HP. Let's see
you.
if it goes better for Moxie. What were you at, Moxie, for
8.
temp HP? Okay, I rolled 7 for you, so that wouldn't.
I'll keep the 8.
Brina, that definitely, I rolled a 1 on the die, so I don't think that'll have any effect. And I don't have anything either. Let's see what Soren gets, if he gets anything else. Where did
He gets like a 10.
he actually got an 11.
The world's beefiest hummingbird.
Best bird ever.
It's just
and-
like, it can't even fly.
Bird.
Sword can't even fly anymore.
That's gun. That's gun
Too much
bird.
muscles. Too much
Soren
muscles.
becomes sentient. Vrexel, I believe we need to renegotiate our contract.
Oh,
I
no.
have become too powerful.
Oh, no.
All right, so combat has ended.
And Bray's gonna come up to Moxie. Moxie, I'm so sorry. I did not.
It's okay.
What? She is like beside herself at this moment.
The spectral elven librarian walks up and he says, "Oh, you've done it! You found the first book. Congrats! I've been looking for that for some amount of time. How long has it been? Anyway, if you can just hand it here. Sorry about the whole summoning thing. Some of these books do have some enchantments on them that may cause the sudden appearances of creatures."
Don't move Umbrin off
Crap
his
with
shelf.
him.
He did not
Oh,
get down.
He's still
This is
up.
why I
He's still
don't
up there.
go to libraries.
I mean, regular libraries aren't the problem. This is
No.
a magic library.
I don't know. I thought that was a fun library experience.
You learned something, did you not?
You
Yeah.
punched something, did you not?
I'm in pain, am I not?
Yeah, that part wasn't so. I was about to say, did anyone take damage from that fight? Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
Canary will go up and I'll do another first level spell slot for Moxie
Say that
for
so
healing word.
reluctantly.
No, I'm looking at those guiding bolts missing really make me regret spending the spell slot.
Vrexel can empathize with you with that fairy fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in a rough. So you'll get 5 HP from me for that one, and
Okay.
Canary can spend some time helping set some stuff back in place.
Yeah, right.
No, unfortunately, I do believe that the next book probably isn't on this floor. It probably is on the second floor. So the stairs over there that you have passed by, you just have to take those to the second level, and then you might be able to find it. And that speedy reading spell lasts for an hour, so you're good.
Can Canary, before they all head up to the next level, also grab that cooking with giants or whatever that book the librarian was very excited about, and just take both that one and the other one with me?
Of course.
Okay.
Umbrin would like to leap across the booktops, the shelves, until he gets over there, and then he'll jump down.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics check.
Not too great. 13.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The DC I set in my mind was a 10.
Okay.
So you
I was
leap
like,
and
I'm
you
gonna be real
prance.
dumb if I fall off this bookcase.
You get across and you find yourselves at the stairs. You head up. Braina's probably back to pushing Vrexel. Zoom in and scoot in. And then do you do the same thing on the second floor as you did the first?
Yeah, except for this time, maybe we'll all be together when we open the book, because
And
that was not
Vrexel's-
great.
Vrexel's gonna, if he finds one of them, point it out, but to clarify, let's find them all, mark them, and then deal with them. So Rex
What
will
if Umbrin will summon his mage hand and be like, would this work to just pick him up? Or
that might work.
As you reach the top of the stairs, that spectral librarian is actually there. He didn't climb the stairs, he just happened to be on the second floor as well. Oh, welcome to the second floor. It's pretty much the same as the first. That's all
So the
I have
map
to say
didn't
about
change.
that. No.
I love your very symmetrical level design. It's
Right.
wonderful.
Yes, well, consistency is key.
On this second floor, does Rexel see anything that would suggest the secret dark archive that was mentioned last time?
You do not see anything that would
Okay.
indicate that secret dark archive.
Rexel's definitely keeping an eye out for the secret dark archive.
I do believe that the third book that I requested, That's Not My Grandma, that's probably on the 3rd level.
So we are looking for Cursed Chronicles of Albert Warsaw.
Yes.
Zoom zoom down the aisles.
All
Speed
right.
reading.
You speed read, and you know what? Give me an investigation check at advantage.
Ooh, yeah. Alright. I'll take the 16, so that's 24.
Yeah. You speed through. Brain is pushing you. You're all running together, not wanting to split up just in case. And you easily find it amongst the middle of the bookshelves. It says the Cursed Chronicles of whatever Warsaw. Albert, Andrew, one of those.
Albert Wesker.
Albert Warsaw.
Albert Warsaw.
I have it here. I should just look.
Yeah, Albert.
I have it too. Let's see.
Albert Warsaw.
Mhm.
I
Albert
just
Wesker.
wasn't on the right tab.
And it's green.
Yes, the green cover of the book stands out to you. You see the name, and you know the location of the second book.
And we've been told that the other one is on the next floor, so once Rexel sees it, there'll no sense continuing to look, so pull everybody over.
Everyone heads to the 3rd floor to try and locate That's Not My Grandma. What color was this book?
Tan.
Dark
Tan to
brown.
dark brown.
And
Tan or dark brown. It takes you a little bit more time this time, but as you're perusing the shelves, you do find That's Not My Grandma. This floor is actually a little bit different. I'll show you what it looks like by changing the map.
Ooh, new map.
Oh, fancy.
Oh,
This-
there's plants.
This place is a little bit more open. There's less books, but there are more places to sit, read, write. Sun crystals, the same sun crystals that you had seen in the dungeon, seem to be on sconces and in the ceiling, lighting up this place. But yeah, this is a lot more open plants. It feels much more refreshing and relaxing up here. Probably the place where if someone were to grab a book, they would come up here to read.
I see no chair. Oh, I see 2 chairs. Never mind.
There's chairs in the top right corner, bottom left.
Oh.
They look like little wooden wheelchairs, maybe. And then
I
there
see
are some.
tons of chairs.
Oh, those ones by the plants did not look like chairs at first.
This is drowning in chairs.
Right, and then
I see
there's
2
desks,
comfy chairs.
and you can assume that there's a chair at each of the desks.
Ah.
All right, and so you peruse these, and you quickly find That's Not My Grandma right here.
okay. So now that we have them all, with the Incubus, was it like when we pulled it off the shelf, or was it when we opened it?
Everybody looks at Moxie.
I didn't open it, I swear. I just touched it.
Okay.
You touched it, and then it burned, and you dropped it on the ground.
Oh, right.
That's when it
Oh, I didn't
flared
open it.
open, and then the creatures were summoned.
We're all ready. We could try the mage hand.
And then run downstairs.
No, what is the grandma book gonna do? Smell like cookies?
I'm
That's kind of all I
thinking
know about grandmothers.
of an
Famous
old
last
story
words.
that features a grandmother. But I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it yet.
It's funny that you say the word yet, like I will read it.
Good point. Yeah, you don't seem to care much about spoilers. But let's find out if I'm right. And Umbrin's gonna take his mage hand. She's gonna cast mage hand and pull it off the shelf.
That's not my grandma?
Yeah.
All right, as you pull the book off of the shelf, I'm gonna put all of you on the map.
Are we gonna be down by the stairs? You think?
Mei-chan has a range of 30 feet, so Umbrin has to at least be within 30 feet.
Well, we'd all kind of be close to make sure we'd be able to like
Yeah.
do
that's
something
good.
about it,
Yeah,
right?
Where did we find the book?
It was
Like
right here.
Here-ish, wasn't it? Yeah. Rexel's gonna ready a lightning launcher attack just in case.
Step forward. Reach out and
Excuse
grab
me.
it off the shelf.
Brandon's got a javelin in her hand.
Moxie's got a dart.
Canary
All
has
right.
the sacred
So,
flame.
as Umbrin reaches out with the mage hand and grabs the book, as the book is grabbed, it begins shaking and almost steaming as fog starts pouring out of it, and the mage hand can't seem to hold on to it as it falls onto the ground, and its pages flare open, and it starts swirling with this mist, and rising up out of this mist, you see a grandma. Just a short 5 foot 4 inches grandma. Oh, hello. Oh, look at you all, the children. You all look adorable.
Does she look familiar at all?
Does she look a little hairy?
She just looks like a normal grandma.
Moxie just waves.
Can I insight check? Like, the title of the book is That's Not My Grandma.
Well, Kanari, I don't think that is your grandmother.
I know who my grandmother is, and that is definitely not my grandmother.
It could be my grandmother.
Wait,
Who
that
wants
is true.
Cookies. I can make some cookies.
At the sound of cookies, Brandon's will be cookies, and she will walk over. I would like cookies.
All I need from you is just a little hug, please. I have not been hugged in almost 11 years.
Nope.
So is
I don't
that
think-
a
I don't
no
think
on the
Brandon would-
insight check.
She's either a werewolf or she's a hag.
I
One
don't
of
think
the
Brandon
two.
would hug a random grandma. She just wants cookies.
All right, so you begin walking. Who wants to make an insight check?
Kanari asked, yeah.
All right, everyone can roll an insight check except Freyna.
13.
Brandon wants
I'm-
cookies.
Guidance.
11 plus 2.
Oh, that's a lot. So with guidance, okay, so that's a +7, so 24.
I got 21.
So anyone who rolled over a 12, probably think this is pretty shady. I mean, the title
Pretty
of the
sus.
book, the fact that she was summoned out of a book. It's
Right.
all a
She has-
little.
Guys, but she might have cookies. I would like some cookies. Please.
She didn't say she had cookies. She
going
said she
to
could
hug
make
me.
cookies.
Vrexel's gonna position. Oh no!
She starts growing and her form changes, and she becomes that of a giant hag.
Go, go,
I
go.
called tag! I called that!
Lightning launcher.
And the lightning launcher goes
Start.
off as your ready to action, your reaction. So go ahead and roll that attack roll and damage, and then everyone else roll initiative.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Whoa!
Ooh.
You won't hug me or eat my cookies.
6, 7, 8.
So this dice does not do well for initiative. Does well for everything else, not initiative.
All right, who rolled over a 20? That's gonna bode well for all of you.
Good.
Oh,
I mean,
All
she's
right.
just one grandma. How hard could this be?
16 through 20.
Oh
Seven,
no! Oh no!
17 for Umbrin.
All right, 17 for Umbrid.
Jacob, with your natural 20, what was your roll?
It was a total of 16 damage.
16 damage.
Oh, that was your lightning launcher, not your initiative. Never mind.
Yes. That was my I don't trust this. But I did roll a 15 on initiative.
Oh, that's good. 15. Flexible. No. Math, everybody. 10 through 14.
I rolled
Alright.
a 14.
Brina, what'd you roll?
5.
Kanari, what'd you roll?
I roll an 8.
Brain is distracted by the cookies.
Um,
The cookies?
She grows and she grows. She gets hit by the lightning launcher. She looks down at the scorch marks on her shoulder. Then she looks back at you. And she runs.
She
past
runs.
Brayna and at Vrexel.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I didn't know grandmas could run.
And she
I think this isn't our
says,
grandma.
"If you don't want to hug me, I will make you." And she tries to hug you.
Oh no.
What's your AC?
18.
She will hit you.
No.
Ow.
This is 9d6 plus 5.
Okay.
What?
I will hug you until you perish.
Hey guys, maybe we should go. I don't know if we can fight this grandma.
Should have ate my cookies.
Oof.
I was coming for cookies.
Sorry, I have to find all of my d6s.
Umbra, do you
That
have
is very too many d6s.
Do you have that makes their con saves go down thing again? Because I could try and blind them.
Sure, yeah.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If I'm
8,
still alive.
13,
You managed.
19,
All ones, all ones, all
27.
ones.
29, 34 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my goodness. Why?
And you are grappled.
Oh, of course.
Rude.
So she grabs you and actually pulls you out of your, tries to pull you out of your chair, but you have mechanisms that are attaching you at the waist, and so your armor goes up with you. But you are considered grappled.
Oof. Alright.
And you see her going in for just this big ol' wet kiss.
Nope.
That will
She's
also
gonna
sort of
eat
like
him.
encompass your entire face.
Nope.
Give grandma a kiss. I like making really creepy monster sounds.
We
Anyway.
noticed, Dev. You tell us every time you make a monster sound.
The hag rolled a 21. But now it is Umbrin's turn with a 17.
I can give her a negative D4 right now, but I can't actually use the disadvantage on the con because I don't have a meta magic that would work on her.
Mm.
When Umbrin when Rexel hit her with the lightning launcher, did it look like she was taking half damage from that?
Nope.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna do my big damage spell.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to back up. So she's within 30 feet. Back up like right here. And I'm going to second level cast a Witch Bolt.
Alright.
Come on, crit. Not a crit, not bad. Does 21 hit her?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. Okay, so that's going to be 2d12, and I'm going to try to keep concentration on this to just keep blasting 2d12 lightning into her. We're 4 into 10. 14 lightning damage.
Nice.
14 lightning damage. Alright, it definitely appears to be having the full effect. But she's so focused on trying to give Rexel just a big ol' smooch that she doesn't notice it. And she does it. She gives him a big ol' smooch, but it encompasses like half of his entire face. And as she pulls away, so does his hair.
Oh,
No.
And like
Good.
part of his cheek pulls with her.
Oh! Oh! No!
She's eating him!
And then it's Rexel's turn.
Oh!
If you would like to break out of the grapple, it is a DC 15.
But that's my... Is that an action to do that?
That is an action.
Vrexel's hand is gonna hover over the button that casts the thunder wave, and then look at the books, and pull out the gem of brightness and try and do a beam from the gem of brightness at this hag.
Alright, so you try to blind her.
Yeah. Can't knock over all the books.
And what saving throw is that?
It's Constitution, and it's 15 is the DC.
She actually succeeds.
Oh no.
She looks at the gem of brightness and she says, "That's a pretty toy. Thanks for showing me.
Oh, that's not good.
You are now my grandson. Come back with me to my home, and we will play with dolls forever. Forever." And now it's Moxie's turn. Oh, unless you have a bonus action.
I was just gonna have Soren come out and Soren is just going to fly around and like peck at this thing's eyes and face, using the help action to give the next attack against this creature advantage.
Wait.
Oh, I don't like this toy. Alright, now it's Moxie's turn.
Okay, so if I go here, is that flanking?
Not yet. You would have to go here.
Okay, that's fine. I can get there.
Which you're just like kind of like in the plants, but you're still like able. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're just like
it's fine.
hiding in the plants, like.
Well, your first attack is advantage anyways. So.
Yeah, so we're gonna punch. And that's an 18 plus 7. So
Oh yeah, that hits.
cool. What is this one? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So that's gonna be 9 damage.
All right. As you strike her, you realize that her skin is almost rock hard, and so you kind of can guess that she has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay. So for my second attack, I'll pull out my silvered quarterstaff.
All right.
And that's gonna be a 14.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay. Do we know how close it is
Close to dying?
to hitting?
Oh, you are not aware at the moment.
Dang it. Okay. Then I won't use that. I will. That'll be my turn.
All right. After Moxie's turn, it is Kanari's turn.
So, because it changed from a grandma to this thing, is this a shape change, like a shape changer within that, or is it more of like just an innate thing?
You can roll me an Arcana check.
Sure, why not? Ooh, I believe that is going to be 18.
You could tell that it was not so much a shape-changing ability. It was actually kind of like a magical cloak, a magical illusion over it.
Cool.
Just
Yeah.
a bit. Just for the bit.
In that case, I think Kanari's going to back up. Can she back up? Hold on. She's actually going to come over here, and then is going to cast Spiritual Guardians. Or Spirit Guardians.
Oh! Who do you designate to not be damaged by it?
All of my allies, so Soren, Vrexel, Braina, and Moxie and Umbrin are far enough away, but I would also designate them.
Sweet. Is it okay if we just use the Twilight domain?
Sure.
Cool. So I can shrink that.
Yeah.
Bam.
So that is perfect. So then at the start of her next turn, she'll have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. And her speed is halved while in it.
Yep.
And if that is the end of your turn, it is now Braina's turn.
Okay, so out of character, I am debating because I only have one rage left. And if we're going to the end boss on this adventuring day, that is a problem. So I'm like, do I rage or no?
We
We will-
definitely shouldn't go to the
No.
First of
boss
all-
without resting.
First of all, that's metagaming.
It is
I
metagaming. I'm
am.
thinking in my head, though.
Half my spell
Great.
slots down, and I am half my stupid sorcery points, which only refuel on a long rest for some
Secondly,
reason.
You could always take a long rest.
I know.
Yeah,
I know,
this
that's
is
what
one
I'm
Umbran
debating.
will be insisting that we rest after.
That's what Brain is debating in her head. Is this our last fight of the day or no? I don't know.
Most certainly not our last fight of the day. There is another fight waiting for us downstairs.
Yeah, I know.
But this fight's probably harder than that
Okay,
fight
so
down there.
Chronicles of Abel Walsaw.
Maybe that guy will just tell us a nice story.
He's put
Maybe
Walsus
how-
to sleep.
Yeah, he just wants to tell. He wants just someone to listen to his chronicles.
How
Yeah.
damaged does this thing look now? Does it look like it's taken some beating, or does it still look pretty healthy?
He has taken some beating. There's some cuts, some bruises, some parts where her skin has like kind of split in places. But she does not look as though she is bloodied.
Okay. I'll be like, darn tootin', you're not my grandma. Grandma, come on here. And rage.
Oh, hello. Oh,
And first
looks-
attack.
like your great Aunt Agnes.
First attack with a reckless. Bam! I don't know if you can read that. That's a 22.
Ooh,
That's a
oh
20 as well, you mean?
20
The
as well.
22 on the dice.
22 on the dice. 22-sided dice. It is the new D&D 6th edition uses 22-sided dice.
Oh,
It's got two extra
Oh
sides that
my
just pop out.
god!
Yeah.
So I will use that dice. It's only a 2 on the thing. So 2 plus 6 plus 2 is 10 times 2 is 20 damage for that first attack.
Ouch. Now she's bloodied.
Second attack is 17.
That will hit.
Yes. Rolling garbage on the damage, guys. 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 2 is 11. Points of damage on the second one, so 31 damage total as Brain wails on this hag.
That's. You hear some breaking bones as you're like cracking into her, some ribs and whatnot, and she seems to be like coughing up blood all over Vrexel.
And also, my ancestors are now harrying her, so her next attack will be a disadvantage.
But the blood is green.
Gross.
It is now her turn, and luckily she doesn't have to make an attack. Because at the start of her turn, she squeezes Vrexel in a fight in the tightest hug.
Oh no! I was trying.
I will take you back with me.
Oh,
And you take 9d6 plus 5 bludgeoning damage.
before that, since she started her turn, the Spirit Guardians go off first.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
they
So
do.
she needs to make a Wisdom save.
Fuck her up.
Okay, so that is 13 plus 2, 15.
Okay, that she just saves.
So she'll take the half damage.
That's not too bad. 12 half to 6 radiant damage.
All right, she seems to be on her last bit of life
Ugh.
as she crushes Vrexel to death.
Oh,
Yeah.
Please
Seven.
don't go below half. Please don't go below half.
I did have those temporary hit points that saved my butt last time.
29 points of damage.
It's not the worst. I mean, I'm down, but that's not the.
You're not insta-death.
Yeah.
As a reminder to all of our viewers, insta-death is when your negative is equal or greater than your maximum hit points. But it has to all be from one source of damage. Because then it just resets to 0. But Vrexel is now limp in her arms as she begins trying to eat him. She lifts him up, opens her mouth like a snake, and starts trying to lower him into her gullet. And it is now
Gross.
Umbran's turn.
I hate this. I-
And Kanari's been rolling the temporary hit points for people, right?
No, this is just Spirit Guardians. It isn't Twilight
Yeah.
Oh
Zone.
yeah, I'm dumb. I'm not dumb, but I'm dumb. Okay, now
It's
it's
the same one.
it is. I need to make a Spirit
Totally.
Guardians one.
Umbrin's going to use his action to continue his Witch Bolt.
Oh yeah, I'm going to make Braina one for the 6th level ability, the Spirit shield or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make you one too.
Cool.
That's a 2, and that's a 1.
A 2 and a 1.
Or 3 points of lightning damage.
Oh, that's damage roll. Okay, I thought that was a 2-hit roll.
She
Oh,
is
no.
electrified, momentarily pauses, but continues lowering Vrexel towards her wide open mouth.
My boy.
Vrexel, it is your turn. Make me a death saving throw.
16.
16 is a 1 success.
Alrighty.
Your turn is done, and now it is. We're gonna skip Moxie because Meg had to scoot out for a little bit, so it is Kanari's turn.
Cool. Bonus action healing word on Vrexel.
Ooh, thank
Vrexel, you immediately wake up as you get healed with a little bit of this healing, and you see that you're being slowly lowered into her mouth.
So that's 5 points of healing back to you, and then action to Toll the Dead.
Armor and all, by the way.
Oh, this is not ideal. This is not ideal.
Toll the Dead. So it's a DC 15.
Yep.
She rolled a 20. So she's completely oblivious to the tolling bell above her, and now it is Braina's turn.
What on earth do you think you're doing? Grandmas don't eat people. That is 21.
It hits. She has 1 hit point left. How do you want to do this?
If it was a 4!
Yeah!
It could have been 2 down.
You were 1 away!
Oof.
I'm so sorry. That...
Oh man.
Why must you betray me, D12?
Braina is going to just like sideways across to make her mouth be not where Vrexel is. As the attack, as the thing goes down, she's going to dash down the stairs and pull that last book because she doesn't want her rage to end.
Oh my gosh. So as you hit this creature, you hit her in the side, and she tosses Vrexel up. And Vrexel, you're actually, since she's so large, you're gonna take 1d6 bludgeoning damage as you hit on the ground.
Oh
So
no.
3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, at least
Okay.
I'm not out again.
And she screams as she starts crumpling, and then the book opens and flares, and the mist starts being vacuumed back in, and this hag creature, no! Cookies! And then the book slams shut, and the spectral librarian appears. Oh, good, you found one of the other books. Very good. As Braina rushes past him to go find the other book, Braina, you grab
Oh
you
no.
grab the book, right? Before
do.
anyone else can get down there.
Correct.
As you grab the
She's
book,
not the smartest, guys.
you feel it take control of your arm, and it flips over, and the pages flip open, and the spectral image of a person lurches out of this book, screaming. He looks like a young man with gaunt features and hollowed out eyes, and he yells, and he goes into your nose, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, as you shake and convulse. No one's watching this, but this is happening to you. And then it stops, and the book closes, and you feel like you have a headache.
Oh no.
Oh, that was
And then the spectral
Weird.
librarian appears and says, "Oh, good, you found
Oh.
the last book. Here, hand it over. We should be all good." And then that's where we're gonna take a 10-minute break, everybody.
That's
Brenna, you
good.
gotta stop getting possessed by things. We're gonna get down there and you're gonna start swinging on us again.
Yeah. So Ryan, if you can take us out. We will be back in 10 minutes for more Team Reaper shenanigans. Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Curious about the origins of the members of Team Reaper? Well, we have an exclusive just for you. Now introducing Team Reaper.
Once upon a time, there was a gnome, and his name was Vrexel von Chomsky Sagenstein McPuffet. But you won't find my story in the library quite yet, because it's still being written. Act 1. Growing up in the temple to Denir, god of scribes and writers, I learned all about history, science, culture, and philosophy, while I copied books over from fading to fresh pages. Then in Act 2, I, caught the gnomophage. Not optimal, but I got back on my feet, and even though my legs aren't as strong as they once were, my mind is still as sharp as my quill, and I built this nifty set of armor to boot. So what's Act 3? For starters, enter the dungeon sphere with my friends and keep them safe. And when I get to the end, I'll wish for all of the gnomish books, scrolls, and stories lost to history because of the gnomophage. So you'd best study up, because you'll be reading my name for a long time to come.
Howdy, my name is Brana Ironbeard. I use the power and insight of my ancestors to protect the ones I love, and make a mean ale. I, along with my 7 siblings, help my parents run Ironbeard's Metalworks, crafting only the finest of dwarven goods, including the shield and warhammer that I carry to this day. Throughout my life, my ancestors have led me and shown me the way of the Ironbeard clan, but their guidance did not help when my twin brother fell ill, and I could not save him as I had throughout our lives. After crafting many of the weapons my teammates currently use, I just had to ensure their proper usage, and so found myself in the sphere. If I win the dungeon sphere, my greatest wish is to bring Andrew back. For Clan Ironbeard!
Greetings to everyone watching from home. My name is Umbrin O'Ryan, an envoy of the House Silronia. Along with my friends, I will be joining the Dungeon Sphere on Team Reaper. At this point, I'm sure everyone has heard the buzz of the first ever Warforged built right here on the material plane. That's right, I was constructed right here in Shield City. My initial designs were optimized for moving unnoticed through the dark, but after the Shadowfell shard that powers my body unexpectedly began to manifest actual magic, I started pursuing the arcane instead. I've entered this year's Dungeon Sphere to show all of you the genius of Lord Silronia and his amazing discovery of the first ever sentient magical automated citizen. Between you and me, I have selfishly entered pursuing the wish at the end of the dungeon. The soul that pilots this body hopes to recover the identity of someone once dear to them. But regardless, I'm looking forward to everyone's support of Team Reaper during the trials ahead. See you on the sphere!
Welcome, weary traveler. Come take a seat by the fire. My name is Kanari Len Harith. I am a guardian for the wanderers of Shield City, those without homes or those that stray far from them. And Celestian tells me to look after them, guarding and guiding them under the watch of the stars. If living in a temple has taught me anything, it's that everyone is looking for something. Some look for healing, and others search for treasure, but almost everyone needs a friend. A simple conversation can change the course of your life. I'm a firm believer that anything can be solved by sitting by a crackling fire, watching the sun set and the stars come out. I'm hoping that by entering the Dungeon Sphere, I'm able to solve a few more problems. I want to use my wish to establish a permanent refuge for all of the people of the Magisterium in Celestian's name. Everyone deserves a chance in life. Now, you hungry? I've got a pot of stew in a bowl with your name on it.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Matilda Everhart, but you can call me Moxie. In fact, I insist. If you spent any time down in the pits and shady corners of Shield City, you've probably heard my name. When I'm not kicking ass and taking names in the ring, I can be found doing odd jobs for the Order of the Owls. I joined the Nest when I was 10 and grew up in the Northern Temple in the Magisterium, where I learned my special brand of fast feet and healing hands. I struck out on my own and been growing my name and friends in the big city ever since. I've entered the Dungeon Sphere to prove once and for all that I am the best. After all, what better way to prove it than by winning the ultimate deathmatch? Once we win, I guess I'll be wishing for some lost memories, but those are nothing compared to the bragging rights. To any competition out there, I say bring it on. And of course, I would never let my best friend Kanari go into the Dungeon Sphere without me. Who else would protect her?
Are back. That was pretty traumatizing. Frexel almost got eaten by a giant grandma thing. And what happened to Brayna? Nobody knows. Not even Brayna, because Brayna, after that happens, your memory was foggy. All you can remember is getting a headache after opening this book and thinking that no monsters popped out, nothing happened. This book must have been like a dead.
Hey guys, I found the book. It seems like nothing. Guys.
As you yell up the stairs, Vrexel is still conscious because you didn't take enough damage from falling on the ground to knock yourself back out. But you're pretty sore. You feel like you probably have a few broken ribs, and luckily your armor withstood the crushing hugs of that beast.
I am going to use one of the potions of healing that I have. 2.
As the spectral librarian gathers the rest of the books, he says, "Wonderful! Now, if all of you could meet me on the first floor, I have a very wonderful reward for you."
Umbren was next in combat, so after Brenna had ran down the stairs, he would have immediately followed her.
Yeah.
Knowing that something would have popped out, it would have been a fight, and she would have needed help.
As you turn the corner and you see Brayna, you just see her standing there with the book as the spectral librarian is taking it from her. And
Umbreon, this found it.
Did you beat it already?
I don't think there's anything in here. I just looked and there's like not a little. It was a little headache, but I think otherwise, I don't know. Maybe it's just a bright light. But yeah, it's fine. I think.
After the pattern that has, followed, could I try to figure out if something had happened from it, or?
You can roll me an insight check.
No.
You think that maybe those other two books were just the norm, and this one was the unique one. You're pretty certain not every book in this library has some dangers to it, but not every book is also safe because of the nature of this library.
Well,
yeah, the librarian. Sorry,
that's fortunate, and Umbren will put his dagger back in his dagger.
I think we're fine for now. Nothing seems to come of it.
All right, let's head back upstairs.
The librarian announces that he wants you all together on the first floor. Actually,
let's head back downstairs.
He says, yeah, the first floor. And as you do a little bit of healing, you all head down to the first floor, and he has the 3 books floating by him. Wonderful! It appears as though you have gathered all 3 of these missing books. I am so thankful for you. Now I can put them in their proper places in the Dark Archives. Anyway, I have a reward for you. He flashes his hand, and another book appears. It's a smaller book, and it says The Art of Magical Tattooing.
Oh.
Yes, this book contains the information of how to create and administer one magical tattoo. It is called the Eldritch Claw tattoo. And once you open this book, it will create a needle. If you hold that needle to the place where you want a small tattoo that will cover maybe a whole hand, a quarter of a limb, something like that. Once you hold it to your skin for an hour, then it will magically create a tattoo in that position. Now, this particular tattoo is called the Eldritch Claw, as I've mentioned, and it actually turns your unarmed strikes magical and gives you a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with those unarmed strikes.
Ooh.
You also can use a bonus action when you have this to empower the tattoo for 1 minute, and for that duration, each of your melee attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike can reach a target up to 15 feet away from you, as inky tendrils launch toward that target. In addition, your melee attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit. However, once you use this, you cannot use this bonus action again to activate the tattoo until the next dawn.
I feel like that is like custom made for Moxie. Unless anyone else has other thoughts.
Not at all. You've
Nope.
said you wanted a tattoo for a long time, Moxie.
I have, and this one's magical.
And you
Yes.
have been having a hard time reaching things more than 5 feet away from you, so.
Well, I mean, it's hard with your fists
And now it won't
when
be
your
hard.
arms only go this far.
Here you go. He causes the book to float over to you. Maybe now you can appreciate the wonderful qualities of a book.
It's really hard when two of them attacked, but I'll give it some thought.
So the book flies and it lands in your hand, and you now have this book that once you pull out the needle and attune to it, the book will actually disappear, and its contents will go into the tattoo.
Okay.
And it does require an attunement slot. And if you do choose to unattune to it, it'll just turn back into the book.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And yes, the tattoo
How-
will depict claw-like forms and other jagged shapes, but for you, we're gonna say that it resembles talons.
Okay. And you said how big can I get the tattoo? Does it matter or?
It'll fit like on a quarter of a limb or like a
Okay.
whole hand.
Okay.
Could it be a 2 whole hands so you match?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like just talons on your fingers.
Yeah,
would you
you
just
can
fingers?
cut it in half if you would like, but it does cover an area on your skin equal to your hand.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if it'll turn gold to match your face cracks.
Oh, maybe.
That'd
I mean,
be
I
cool.
clearly, like, just I don't know why those are gold, but who knows?
I believe it might be black. Most magical tattoos are, but it might have some golden shimmers.
Don't say that.
It depends on the person it attunes with. And now,
It turns gold. Yes, we've already decided. Thank you.
now these weird doors have appeared behind me. You see and you look at two very similar doors, except one has a sign above it, a glowing, hovering sigil-like sign that says "Return to Dungeon," and the other one says "Go to Checkpoint."
Do we know what time it is?
Of course we do. Number will take out his watch and flip it open and check the time.
It is around 5 p.m.
Well, it might be beneficial for us to go do an early night in just the checkpoint.
I am inclined to agree.
Remember
If
the
I
last
was-
time you didn't listen to Moxie, she got one-shotted.
Free breakfast.
Yes, remembering full well of what almost happened.
We
And
can sell
after
some
what
stuff.
has happened.
That we looted from Team Nightwalker. See if there's any word on the other two team people
Oh, yeah.
so we can finish the job.
That's also a very good idea. I, too, would like to vote for Checkpoint.
I vote yes. Checkpoint, please.
It'll give me some time to catch up on reading. Can I take both of these? You said you had a checkout policy. Do I need a library card? Do I need...
Oh, no. You just need to put a drop of your blood in that brazier over there.
Beg pardon?
You just take a knife, you just do like a little stab into like a prick into your finger, and then you drop the blood into the oils of the brazier over there.
Canary puts the books down.
Then
Pretzel,
it
do you
bonds
still-
you with those books and then registers you within our arcane system so that you must return them within the century.
Rexel's just gonna walk over and hold his dangling, bleeding arm.
Oh no.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Librarian? What year is it for you?
Oh, it's the wonderful year of...
I remember it well.
He like glitches out and twitches as he says that.
Oh no.
Maybe we stop asking the nice librarian questions about
That's
himself.
what librarians are here for, answering questions.
About himself.
Here's my apprehensiveness about this. What if when we leave this room, it's like 200 years in the future from where we are right now?
That hasn't happened at any other door. Why would it have happened now?
I don't know.
I think
These
if
things are
anything, he'd be from
freaking
the-
weird.
He'd be like past or something, but I think it works on our time probably.
We know what time it is. The watch says what time it is.
I think there's something else going on that might be worth a conversation in the chat line. And Frex, are these on your account? I mean, I appreciate it, but
If they want my blood, there's quite a lot upstairs. So at this point,
I can just squeeze
Yeah.
it off the floor.
here, let me. And Canary will
Pretzel, are you
just take out a couple
checking
more
any books out?
bandages.
yeah, the did we get the Fomorian's
It was. I have the full title right here.
Fomorian's Eye and Other Cursed Aspects?
That's what I have, and then I also had Cooking for
Cooking for
Giants.
Giants. Yeah, I'll do those two books if we have those both in front of us.
Yep, they're in Canary's hands.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you would be more interested in the Artificer's Codex. Or the Homunculi and I.
Homunculi 101.
Homunculi 101 in Anthology.
There's
Right.
nothing.
Do you?
gonna-
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
Do you have any books on like how to exercise better and stuff? And specifically, I'm thinking about the +2 book.
Oh, well, we do have this one, and a book appears and it says, glutes that won't get you the boots. Oh, and
You open it up and it's just one picture of one guy squatting, and you're like, yeah, over and over again. You're like, great, cool.
it's actually one of those books where if you hold it and then you let one page flip.
Flip book.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the one that I think that you're suggesting we do not have here. That is a rare text indeed, and it was checked out about years ago.
Bless you.
Oh, I think I'm okay then. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, well, the deal has been made in blood. Enjoy your time back in the nation of Serengrad. And then he waves and then disappears.
Do we know what's there? That's not where we are, right? No, that's not where we are.
You're in the Magisterium.
Yeah, I know.
Could Rexel make a little history check?
Yeah.
Also, can Umbrin make a history check? No,
Yeah.
never mind.
26.
You've never heard of it.
And oh,
You've definitely never heard of it.
Oof. All right.
You know that you have studied atlases and maps and everything extensively, and you've never seen that on any map. And you've even seen maps that stretch back 1,000 years.
Oof. Well.
We'll have fun taking them books out of the library.
suspicious. I'm looking for the ancient nation of Serengrad. To return my library books.
That's our actually like season 2, everybody.
Out of the sphere.
That's Rexel's post-campaign quest.
Yes. Find
He'll be
Saren
level
Rod,
20
return the
looking
books.
for Saren Rod.
What are you doing with your level 20 epic character? Returning a library book?
Oh, we broke Dev again.
Is the librarian's gone?
Yep.
Are there any hallways or things that we haven't really looked at yet in this here library?
You have seen what you can see.
And I don't see a dark archive.
You haven't.
Okay. Well.
I think he might be the Dark Archive. He just shoves them into his ghost chest.
Can Canary
Unhinges
be...
his jaw.
Hot.
Can
Swallows
Canary...
the bugs.
What's up, Canary?
Hi, Carnari.
She see Rexel looking around and be like, do you want me to cast See Invisibility to see if it's hidden somewhere?
Oh, if we're about to go rest, I mean...
I've got one more spell slot for 2nd level, so...
If you don't mind, I mean, it could be worth it.
And Canary will cast it on herself and kind of touch in her eye. I mean, yeah, starry eyes. But they
So,
kind of blink and look
The
out.
statue that you had passed by earlier, you now see an invisible glyph on its side.
Can I inspect it closely?
As you get closer to it, you see writing. And what languages do you know?
I speak Celestial, Common, Gnomish, Quori, and Undercommon.
You cannot understand it.
Oof.
Can I take out a... Can I try and copy it down on a sheet of paper?
Yeah, it's easy enough. No checks involved. You copy it down on a piece of paper. Paper is plentiful in a library.
This wouldn't be like a glyph of warding or something like that, right?
You don't know.
Well, I have access to the spell Glyph of Warding.
That would need to be an Arcana check as well.
Okay. I have access to that spell, so I will make an Arcana check. That's a 4, so I don't know.
You're not sure.
God gives me powers, and I just have fun. I'll finish copying the glyph over and then look to the rest of the group. And see invisibility is up for an hour.
Does anyone speak Draconic? Nobody can read it.
Ooh.
Oh well. I'll just stick it in. I'll use it as a bookmark.
Yeah, Frexel can always return to the Dark Archives on the post-sphere journey to return to the
He'll
library.
have learned Draconic by then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The two doors stand before you. The two Dans
The two Dans.
stand before
Two
you. The
Dans.
two doors stand before you.
To the checkpoint.
So, just an aside, in my homebrew world, there are these stands called Dans that are the directional assistant navigators. Just as an aside.
I love that.
And they like have magic mouth on them, so like, hello and welcome to blah blah blah. Where would you like to go today?
Living signposts.
It's amazing. Anyways, to the checkpoint.
To the checkpoint.
You all slip through the door into the checkpoint, and it's the familiar checkpoint that you have seen before, and nothing has changed. However, there's an eerie silence over it. Even as you're looking at the tavern around, you don't think that any other teams are here at the moment.
How about our dude?
Your dude?
Our dude.
Quentin,
We have a dude.
Quentin, our team handler.
He doesn't appear right away.
Okay.
When
I'm
you
pretty sure his name is Quintilius, guys.
Whatever.
No, it's Quentin, but it's short
It's
for
Quentin
Quintilius.
Julius. So Umbrin thinks it's Quintilius.
As you take a few steps in, he actually appears before you. Hello! You made it back to the checkpoint.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Hey,
Oh, you all look terrible.
thank
You know-
you.
Well, so do you, but
You
all
should
the
get some
time.
rest.
I think I look fine.
Well, it's just Vrexel, you seem to be like you have a little bit of a hunch. Are you
Mm.
okay?
Oh, yeah. I just really enjoy libraries and just a little carried away, I guess.
Guys,
Wonderful.
You
I
won't
don't
watch
think
us?
Quintus watches the show.
Moxie, you're quite bruised. I am way too busy trying to find sponsors for all of you.
Should still be watching when we almost die like a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
We
I
are
knew I didn't
on
like you.
24 hours in his defense. But still, the highlight reel would have been nice.
Yeah, can we get a compilation video?
It's just It's just Moxie getting hit over and over
maybe.
again.
I do have good news. There was another sponsor who decided to donate. Only 150 gold pieces. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but the sponsor was not somebody who carried enough funding to do more. It was just someone.
Who's the sponsor?
They prefer to be anonymous.
Each or
Total. Sorry for not clarifying. Here, he snaps his fingers, and a sack of gold actually appears and starts hovering in front of all of you.
so that's 30 per.
30 for each of us.
Is there a note in it with some cryptic words so we can try to figure out who it's from?
Let's just say it was someone inspired by your handling of that stone giant.
Okay. That's kind of nice to know, I guess, what it was for.
Oh,
A
and
giant.
it's-
Have you heard from the Team Nightwalker sponsor by any chance?
Oh, we exchanged words. We actually placed a wager. I bet on
And
you, and I made quite a good sum.
That's good.
But they
and
did
you're not donating that?
Oh, donating what I earned through my hard-earned gambling?
Nope.
I'm
shush,
sorry.
shush,
I
shush,
almost
shush,
died
shush.
for you to earn that.
I'm gonna put my hand over Quentin's dumb ghost face and be all like, "No more from you."
We also got a Hef Bean, so Yuri's mom, just gave me a subscription to the channel.
Oh,
Aww.
yay.
And so you know what? You all get another 100 gold pieces.
Aww.
Aw.
Mm.
Yes, and I believe that this one was from someone who called themselves simply Mother.
Ooh, cryptic and spooky.
No.
This is the mystery that will plague us for the rest of the campaign.
Who was
We're all like,
mother?
"Who is mother?" Well, there's several mothers we don't know.
Still very nice.
It's Rexel's mom.
I won't say
Yeah,
anything.
Brenna's
Spooky.
family just gives her money, so.
Yes. Well, anyway, same type of deal here. You can spend as much time as you want in the checkpoints. You can go shopping. You can call your homes, your family. Between you and me, around half of the other teams have already made it to the second level.
God damn it.
So you're a little behind, so I would not recommend dilly-dallying.
Well, we just came for a quick sleep.
Wonderful. That's pretty much all I can tell you, unfortunately. But if you need me,
Can
all
you tell
need
us
to
how
do...
many teams are dead? Like how many teams in total there are?
Oh, none of the teams are dead yet.
Is Nightwalker still walking on 2, or did they get more people?
They did manage to recruit a third. but
Okay,
that
so
is
they're
the-
only a team of 3.
as far as I am aware. But
Did they steal from another team?
I believe it was one of those calls from the outside, someone that they had as an alternate.
Did
Um,
they make it through the giant with only 3 people on their team?
They have yet to make it. They are planning, but that's as far as I am aware, since I'm so focused on the sponsors and whatnot. And just a reminder, if you need me, you can just call my name with intent, Quentin, and I will arrive. But do it sparingly because I'm quite busy.
This is enough.
Thank you. I agree. Bye. And then
I,
he
What a
disappears.
bitch.
God, I hate he made money off us and isn't paying us. It didn't mean our death. I'd lose next time to spite him.
okay. So
Do we just take a quick nap and then go? Because, out of character, is there for the last one on the floor? Are you like eliminated?
Oh no.
Okay.
The elimination happens when you are killed by something, and that's it.
Raina would know that. I couldn't remember. Let's just take a quick nap then, and then head on. Because, I mean, we talked to family like. Oh God, how long ago was that? Like
That was
a
just
day?
not that long ago.
It was,
no.
yeah, it wasn't long
was
ago,
a
so
few
we should definitely
ago,
sort of
yeah.
do like what we need exactly. So like any weapon stuff, any shopping, picking up potions, and then sleep and head out. Well, we should grab breakfast because it's free, and then we don't have to use rations. But
Mhm.
we can take it as we go.
Yep. Onward.
We've taken 2 long rests since we've been at the checkpoint.
Okay, so it's been like 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where would you like to go first?
Mm,
You got stuff to sell, things to buy.
Is there anything from that list of just like sort of random junk that we got from Nightwalker, not the great stuff? Is there anything that anybody is especially attached to on that list besides like the potion of healing?
whoops. I was just trying to find it. I don't remember where we
Yes.
put it. There it is.
Umbrin would like a backup set of thieves' tools in case the ones in his hands happen to break, so he can just replace them. So I would like to take
You should just take those. I'll take them out of my inventory.
Moxie would probably take the flute as like a fuck you to the bard. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
she'll
that's
play it
Braina's-
poorly for the rest of her life.
Brain is keeping them all so she can.
And the javelins, right?
Maul and javelins, yeah.
The rations we split up.
The rations we already split up.
Potion of healing. There were 2.
There were 2, and I think
It's-
Umbrin took 1,
Yeah,
right?
Umbra took
I
one.
took one, yeah.
Does anybody want the other one?
I mean, well, you just used one, and I know I haven't. So, like, if you want to go ahead and take it to kind of restock.
If there's anything else on that list,
I think
there's-
Braina would also take the ropes, unless anybody else wants one of them.
I'll take the pythons just to add to the climber's kit. Otherwise, I don't want anything else.
Do we have a crow? Does anyone have a crowbar?
I think Umbrin does. He's got a thieves' kit, so I've got a crowbar in there. But if you want a crowbar,
There's
it would
2
probably be a good
crowbars, so
idea.
maybe both of us will take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take one of the crowbars, and I'm taking the.
So I'm gonna take. I'll take both of the ropes unless somebody else wants.
Nah.
Then I'll add a
Does
crowbar.
anyone want the disguise kit? If not, that's okay. Does anyone want the hunting trap?
I was gonna say anything that anybody else doesn't want, we could just say.
I mean, if
Pretzel goes and gets sold.
if Rexel could mount the hunting trap to his armor, and that way, if anything gets within 5 feet of him, it would set it off.
Shoot the
That
hunting trap.
might be fun. But I don't know how
We
much
could-
junk you can put on there.
Well, why not just throw it into the chest of holding, basically, the bag of holding?
Mm-hmm.
We never know when we might need a hunting trap.
Okay. Kanara, you took the Titans.
Mhm.
Okay.
What does the costume look like?
So this costume, it kind of resembles that of like jester's clothing with the hat, the different colored. Yeah.
I think I'm good. No, yeah, I think I'm okay. Actually,
Umbrin,
I'll take an extra water skin too.
if nobody wants them, Umbrin's gonna take those dice to go with his cards.
I'm a gambling man.
I gotta get somewhere to put all these extra random crap I pick up.
Do you need another backpack? There are 3 of them.
The inventory section on my character sheets get out of control. I'm writing up the margins of the pages. I turned it onto the back to write to.
On one game that I was running in, I was inventory keeper, and I had literally an entire 3-ring binder of everything. It's crazy.
All right, so I've italicized the things that you have claimed. So do you want to sell the rest? We can just expedite it.
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
I don't think we all want to sit here and watch people do math.
All right. So as you go to the shop, the general store with that one guy, yeah, I can buy all this stuff from you, but you won't get full price because I sell it full price, so you only get half price. But it's still decent because it's better than no price. So the quarterstaff gets sold for 1 silver piece. The spear gets sold for 5 silver pieces. The rapier gets sold for that's 25. So let's have that to 12 gold pieces.
Gold pieces. Whoa.
Yeah. The dagger is 3 daggers, so that's 3 gold pieces. The short sword is a martial weapon, isn't it? So that is 5 gold pieces. And then pretty sure the leather armor is 10 gold pieces when you buy it, so half of that
times 2 is 10.
Yep, so you get 10 total from both of the leather armors. And then the disguise kit, I'm pretty sure the disguise kit is 25 gold pieces, so have that to 12. All right, so then backpack, 3 backpacks, 3 gold pieces. Bedroll is 1 gold piece, so that's 5 silver. 2 water skins, that is 2 silver pieces total. 20 torches, because y'all have whatchamacallit, dark vision, so that's 10 copper pieces. 1 mess kit. Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's not a lot because it's just kind of like a cup. Yep, that's only 1 silver piece.
Yeah, I got everything in the D&D Beyond, so I can. Those are cost. It says 0.2 gold. What? That's not.
0.2 gold pieces is 2 silver pieces.
Yeah.
The costume will be 2 gold pieces. The fine will be, oh my gosh, 7 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Traveler's clothes will be 2 gold pieces. 5 candles. How much is a candle? 1 copper. So 5, so then that'll be 2 copper pieces. A hammer will be... I should have done this math beforehand, but...
We're almost there.
We're almost there. 5 silver pieces. I didn't know what you were going to buy or sell, or not buy, keep or sell. So I just didn't want to do it right away. Okay, so 2 tinder boxes, that will be 5 silver pieces. And then 1 small pouch is 2 silver pieces.
So I've got
55, 26, 12?
Yes, that's what I got.
Perfect.
I did that. I did the running total in my head. That's what I was mulling what we were at.
Wonderful. Yes, I will. This helps us restock our supplies. Wonderful.
So that's 11 gold.
11 gold, 5 silver, and 2 copper. Plus, then there's like a little bit extra, but barely.
Rexel, do you know detect magic?
I do know it. I don't have it prepared at the moment, but I could have it tomorrow if you need it.
No, I think it might be worth it for us to buy a wand of detect magic.
How much are those?
250.
I relinked that spreadsheet with all like the things that you can purchase here.
Yeah, I got it from the resources.
Oh, sweet.
300. Honestly, I have that prepared more days than I don't. And it's a ritual. So if it's like an end of the day thing,
That was the only thing I was looking at to spend money on.
But if you want to, then I won't prepare that spell anymore. It frees me up. It's totally up to you. But
Well, I've got 303. It's my money, but I've got
That's my money.
my money. No, it's whatever.
Are we supposed to have access to those other tabs there, Dev?
No. I gave you the wrong one. Don't look at those other tabs. Don't look at the man
Think
behind
about
the
it until it's
curtain.
pointed out to me.
Okay.
Let's see. Was there anything
I
else?
can delete that. Okay, I'm gonna give you the actual one that you're supposed to be looking at.
This is ours forever now, Dev. Just so you know.
No.
What are all those $2,500 or gold piece things? The alchemical, all those are those books?
Which ones?
Alchemical Compendium, Astromancy Archive.
Yeah, those are the books that were in Tasha's that can also be.
Don't bother. They're only for wizards.
Oh, lame.
Yep. I put this together before I knew what classes y'all were choosing.
Oh. Rexel is gonna go by the all-purpose tool.
All right, you get an all-purpose tool +1, and how much is that?
250.
All-purpose tool, 250.
Give me a +1 to everything.
You probably get really like, geeked out when you see it. You're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Tuned to that guy.
Nobody wants any of the bard instruments.
No, I feel like
Ooh.
I might want gloves of missile snaring just for funsies.
You and Moxie can have missile snaring contest.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and head to the weapon shop to do the +1 enchantment on the quarterstaff?
Yeah. I believe when I did the +1 on the Warhammer, it was 1 hour or 2 hours.
It was 2 hours because the silvering was 1 hour.
Yeah, so you can spend that 500 to get that +1 enchantment on your quarterstaff.
Wait, I thought it was
The enchant,
100
the 500
according to
is
this.
armor, not the weapon is 100.
Yeah, my bad.
Moxie, I
100.
was just looking at the insignia of claws enchantment, which
Where's
goes
that?
for it's down on special enchantments, and I don't know what you put it on because it makes your attack rolls and damage rolls with unarmed strikes better. It gives you a +1 bonus to your unarmed attack.
Is that like the tattoo?
But yeah, I was gonna do the.
Yeah, would it stack with the tattoo? Because they're different things.
They're just both +1, right? So that it wouldn't stack.
It would not. Would it?
Would it?
What is the insignia of claws? What is it? Is it like a brooch or something?
The gem in this insignia of the claw of the dragon flare with a purple light when you enter combat, empowering your natural fists or natural weapons. While wearing the insignia, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack roll and damage rolls you make with unarmed strikes and natural weapons. Such attacks are considered to be magical. No mention of attunement.
You would get that +1 boost in addition to the +1 boost from the Eldritch Claw.
Oh dang.
Okay.
So maybe just chuck the staff. Maybe you don't need the staff if you're just punching +2.
I mean, I do like my staff, so I would keep it. You never know when it'll come in handy, but
you don't actually have to throw it away. You did pay all that money
okay.
to silver it.
Yeah, well, it was like
Vault with
25. It was really cheap, but yeah, okay. I have enough, so I'll go ahead and do the insignia of claws
All right.
and go down to 9 gold.
Yeah, and I think Brina is going to pick up the gloves of missile snaring as well, just for funsies.
All right.
250.
The interactions go exactly as how you would imagine them. You want what? And then and then he doesn't do like the origami swans attacking this time, but he definitely summons a swarm of rats to like nip at your feet as you leave.
The feather token. Which feather token is that? Because there are. It says different types exist.
Oh, so basically, you get a feather token, and you just pick which one you want, and then.
So I can't pick. It's not okay. Just curious.
Well,
And then I need to.
or I can roll it randomly. Maybe it's one of those things where you put a quarter in, and then it.
Except
like
the quarter
little
is
ball.
50 gold pieces. I'm just curious which ones are available. Because
they're all available. You can just pick which one you want.
Okay.
Husband closed my door, and now my room is getting.
The reason is because they're one use. They're one.
Right.
use
Yeah.
Consumable items. Yeah.
So I do have a question. I just want to make sure, because like in D&D Beyond, if I put on both the insignia and the tattoo, it doesn't give me a +1 for each. So should I just change that, or?
Oh, it doesn't?
No. I
Mm,
just bump up 1.
Interesting. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix that on D&D Beyond.
I mean, I can write it down that I know that I get a +2 if that's okay with you. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and just not buy the claws if it needs to be just a +1.
Yeah, we'll just say don't buy the insignia of Claw.
Okay.
And then
Let me go ahead and take that off.
yeah. Sorry about the confusion. I did not know that. I wasn't anticipating that.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put back my 250 gold.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would it be possible for Umbrin to get a Bloodwell vial, which is sort of like the Artificer's
Yeah.
multi-tool? I don't have blood to put in it.
Oh.
You can just put like anything. Any part of you. You can put in your hair, parts of your wood that you've shaved off and before mending it back.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be blood.
No.
Alright, I would like to purchase a Bloodwell vial.
All right, you get one of those. Kanari, there is a guardian emblem.
There is.
This emblem is a symbol of a deity or spiritual tradition. As an action, you can attach the emblem to a suit of armor or a shield or remove it. As 3 charges, when you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit while you're wearing the armor or wielding the shield that bears the emblem, you can use your action to expend 1 charge to turn the critical hit into a normal hit. When you regain all expended charges. It's just something that can only be used by a druid or paladin. Or not druid, cleric. That's what I meant.
What's the price on it? Because
the price?
it's not on the spreadsheet.
Oh, that doesn't. It's an uncommon item, so I would say that's 250 as well.
Okay. Because I was thinking, because I don't have 250 gold.
I've got 50 gold if you want me to put in for it.
I mean, honestly, I'm not actually buying anything. I'm not going to do the +1 because I'm already getting that with the fists, and I'll probably start using those more anyway. So if it's something that you want and or need, obviously Moxie would be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
You could always sell that Lightbringer. The +1 mace.
Yeah.
Brain is still holding on to that. If you need more money, I have some too.
Well, because we could either have that, because I know quite a few of us have gotten critically hit in the last
Yeah, some of those things
week.
hit pretty hard.
So, and if we're going up against a Formorian...
Braina, you feel an instant pang of guilt and regret because one of those critical hits was one that you did to Moxie.
Yeah.
And Moxie's still just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I would need people to put in for it. The other thing I was looking at was the alchemy jug, just because it would give us some other stuff than just water.
Brain will
That
give you
sweet
150
mayo.
gold.
Yeah,
Brain will give you 150.
Oh, God. Kanari will look at Brina as she does this and be like, are you sure that...
It's important for us to not get hurt, and that will help us not get hurt.
And everyone
The
starts
alchemy
crying.
jug? I don't think you know what that does.
No, not the alchemy jug, the guardian thing.
Yeah, Kanari will go ahead and spend that 250 gold to buy the Guardian Emblem.
Okay, so my next question is, I'm looking at these potions. Since we are gonna go up against a giant, would it be beneficial to get a potion of growth?
I was thinking about that. Maybe what we could do is, would we want to read through the book first and see what might help against a Fomorian, and then determine?
Oh yeah, because we can always
strategize?
come back. Like the shops don't close. That's right.
Yeah.
So Rexel can cast the in loose large. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. He has
Keep
reduced
going, you'll
your
get
life.
it.
Can cast that spell and if have that prepared. So if that's something you're
Okay.
interested in, just let him know. And
I was actually thinking for brain up, but
definitely, actually, that's probably something Rexel will prep for that fight. So
yeah. Okay, then never mind.
I'll write that down. Have that.
You do think that you're probably getting close, so strategically you will all want to be prepping for that fight.
Yeah.
Rexel's gonna buy 2 of the feather tokens, the bird and the swan boat ones.
Sweet.
Take those out.
You only get 10 per team,
Oh, that's
so
right.
that
Pick
reduces
up all the other 8 while we're here.
that reduces it to 8.
Okay.
You each only get so you only get 1 of the guardian emblems. So if you purchase that, that means that you can't get any more for anyone that wants to multi-class into paladin or cleric, as well as the blood. Oh wait, no, the blood vial can be as many as you want.
And what is the
I mean,
guardian emblem
we've
again? I'm
only
sorry.
got 1 sorcerer.
So emblem, symbol of a deity or spiritual tradition. I think when Kanari attunes to it, it would probably take on the look of like her holy symbol for
Mhm.
Celestian. But it has 3 charges. When you or a creature you see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit while you're wearing the armor, wielding the shield that bears the emblem, I can use my reaction to turn the critical hit into a normal instead.
Got it. Okay.
So Death
So-
Cleric, or not Death, Grave
Gives you like the
Cleric,
grave cleric. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty helpful in considering. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a good buff. Will be.
Yeah.
So to recap, Moxie is adding a +1 quarterstaff, and you can
No.
add. No.
No, because I'm getting the +1 already on the fist, so chances are I'm probably going to be using those more.
All right. So you
So I'm
got the
Doing
the
anything.
Eldritch tattoo. You bond that to your skin after an hour spending with it. What does it look like? Where is it?
Yeah. So she would probably have it on her like right arm, kind of like right here, and it's just like this like bird talon sort of wrapping around
Sweet.
and like reaching up.
If you practice with it, if you were to like do the punch,
Mm-hmm.
that inky, what does it say? The inky tendril, that's the word. The inky tendril will actually lash out like a bird's talons at the end of it. So that's kind of like how it'll be flavored for you.
Okay.
And then Vrexel got the all-purpose tool. What do you want that to look like?
That's gonna be a new quill, and I think it can change, but for the moment, its default. It's gonna be, or maybe it'll be a part like a bit of the feather that he can add to his current quill, since he really likes his current one. But it's gonna take the form currently of calligrapher's supplies. So
Right.
some quill type things.
Yeah, you can turn it into an artisan's tools of your choice,
Mm-hmm.
and you become proficient with whatever artisan's tools you choose.
Which I think
And +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throws DCs of your artificer spells. So things have so if you had a DC 15 for your spell save DC, it is now 16.
nice.
And you get to choose an extra cantrip from
Oh, is that-
you don't know from any class list.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
For 8 hours, you can cast that cantrip, and it counts as an artificer cantrip for you. Once the property is used, it can't be used again until the next time.
Ooh, I had to think about that one. Any class list. Oh boy.
Take guidance, and we can be one of those annoying teams who are constantly guiding each other.
So each time you dawn comes around, you can use that action to change it, but
Right.
you don't have to use the action to change it if you don't want to, which
Okay.
means that you can save it. You don't have to do it immediately in the morning. You can save it to a point where you're like, actually,
I'm gonna need this cantrip. Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
from any class list.
Ooh, yes.
Thanks, Tasha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Tasha.
Brenna, did you buy anything?
I got the gloves of missile snaring.
Gloves and missile snaring. Did people get any healing potions?
Mm,
I still have 3.
I have 2 still, so unless we really need one.
I still have 2, so I think I'm good.
That sounds like a decent amount.
Rexel, what were the 2 feather tokens you picked up?
Bird and swan boat.
This is a coin of delving.
You drop it, and it makes like a ping, and you automatically know how far you dropped it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Brandon will probably get one of those too.
And it sheds a dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay, Brandon now has a coin of delving too.
Kanari, what did you get?
The Guardian Emblem. Thanks
Did you want the
Brina.
alchemy jug?
No, we can get it at when we're done with the Fomorian. I think that's our biggest priority right now. And
Okay.
I don't see how a gallon of, I don't even know how many gallons it can produce of mayonnaise. I think it's just like a cup.
You don't know. Maybe the giant loves mayonnaise. Maybe your book tells you, and we get out and you're like, oh no, the book said everything needs mayonnaise.
Okay,
You open up
let's
the book and you flip through the pages, and the first page you open up to says Fomorians hate mayonnaise.
Ah.
Man, yeah, I think Kanari, once all the shopping's done, I think she'd head back to the tavern and just sit there with the book and.
Hates mayonnaise but loves charcuterie boards.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
We can just pick up a bunch of breakfast meats in the morning and cheeses and call it a day. Cut a nice piece of wood from the forest behind us.
Oh, we should probably get some more in case we wanted a fire or something during the.
I'm surprised none of you wanted the cleansing stone.
Well, we can worry about that later.
I don't
we
breathe.
don't know why we would need it, so
All right. So after the shopping, after the bonding with materials and reading books, what is there anything else you would like to do? All right. Kanari, as you read through this book, you learn a little bit more about the Fomorians. You learn more about this curse that was put on them by the Fae. It was due to their greed and their ruthlessness. They wanted to conquer the Feywild, enslave its inhabitants, and claim the magics of the Fae for themselves. However, the Fae united against these giants and put upon them a terrible curse, and it took away their grace and their magical power and caused them to flee from the light and delving deep beneath the world, which only caused them to nurse their hatred, and they continue to plot their vengeance against the Fae who had done this curse upon them.
Wait, are these like giants of the Underdark?
Yes.
Hmm.
They usually dwell in the Underdark, having slipped through from the Feywilds into these Underdark areas. They usually stick close to water and mushroom forests. And if they find creatures weaker than them, they'll turn them into slaves and use them as their menial labor.
Everything in the Underdark does that.
Yeah. The curse upon them reflects their evil nature. And if you were to find a good-looking Fomorian, it would mean that they're not evil. But if you were to find a disgusting, horrific, ugly Fomorian, it just means that they're evil. However, they have been able to channel that curse into their evil eye. So one of their eyes can create cause some magical psychic damage upon someone that they stare at, and they can do that as many times as they want. And that curse
Maybe.
can sometimes cause whoever is hit with this evil eye to become just as disfigured and deformed as the Fomorian.
I would like to invest in mirrored sunglasses. I can put the R&D down for that now, please.
And you know that they're strong. They're not fast, but they have a pretty fortitudinous constitution.
Your cookbook tells you all this, Kanari?
No, it's the other. It's the reference
Okay.
guide. I'm going
Okay.
through the cookbook next because I am very excited about a new recipe.
The cookbook gives you a very awesome recipe involving goat.
Where the hell am I going to get a goat? Kanari just writes it down anyway. Just puts a little star by it.
It's a goat puree.
Isn't this cooking for giants? So it's like, eat a whole goat. Just whole.
Yeah, it actually,
Like very large
the recipe
portion.
calls for 3 coats.
Oh my!
It's a lot of goats.
That
I
is
have
very
to-
a lot of goats.
Oh my gosh! No, I don't know how we're gonna get 3 goats, but I need 3 goats for this recipe. I'm freaking out a little bit.
Vrexel, where are you at the moment?
Vrexel would be taking the book from Kanari whenever Kanari's done with one to read through them, but we'll probably go, probably just be in the library in this place. Just hanging out there, reacquainting with what a library should be.
Are they
Right.
hanging out? They'd be hanging out in the library together, Ben. I think.
Yeah.
As you are reading, restoring the love that you have for libraries after your encounter with a not grandma, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh no.
From Zinnia of Team Phoenix. Our team has reached level 2. We'd like to meet you and discuss an alliance. Meet at level 2 checkpoint.
Jeez.
You recognize a spell. It's the sending spell.
Yeah.
So you know that you can reply. It just has to be 25 words or less.
Oh boy.
Ready?
Congratulations. Does this offer apply to my entire team, or are you trying to recruit me? What did you face at the exit? Any special tricks?
I think that's it.
Any special?
Yeah.
You hear it again. Must be in a place where they can use spell slots. No tricks, no games. Your whole team. We look forward to meeting you. And you can reply to this message as well.
Boy. Thank you. Oh, does count as a? I don't really know how this.
Oh no!
Melissa's
Oh no!
still
Oh no!
counting.
It just spends the entire rest of the time.
Yes.
You only
And
had
then you
7
get
more
cut off.
words.
Kanari's like next to me, like.
Are you okay, Brooks?
Do you remember on Team Phoenix there was that there's another gnome,
Zinnia.
Zinnia, the gnome on Team Phoenix. They won this whole thing last time, right? They said they were interested in an alliance.
Wait,
You recognize from the whole opening ceremony that she's a wizard.
Right.
oh. Well, okay. Where are they? Are they?
They said they made it to level 2. Said it was a pretty standard fight with the Exit Guardian. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. But wherever they are, they must be maybe in... Well, they're not in the checkpoint. They must be somewhere safe. They burned a second spell slot to talk to me. So
Third.
A second, third level.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah. She said specifically, you recall this, at the level 2 checkpoint.
Ah, I didn't realize. Okay, checkpoints are Okay.
Okay.
You remember hearing when you had watched the previous seasons that the checkpoints
They do
Uh,
like they're
they-
different for each.
they don't cross, even though they're the same, because they don't want the level 2 people spoiling
Sure.
things for level 1.
Okay. So yeah, they're at the level 2 checkpoint, I guess.
Okay. Great. Then we better get a move on. Are you doing all right?
I mean, kind of looks at the bruises and scrapes. I've been better, but we'll rest up, and I'm sure everything will be okay.
I appreciate you're looking out for your physical safety, but you didn't talk to anyone last week, or last time we were here.
Yeah. Puts down the book. My parents don't exactly approve of my being here. I think their exact words were, we refuse to watch our son die on live Scryervision. So I just thought best to not poke that bugbear, you know?
Sorry, V.
They're overprotective, you know, only child, almost died of a plague, then it just...
Well, I know, but
Most of our species has been wiped out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
you can always talk to my parents. I mean, you know them.
It's true.
They know you.
Flashback for the audience to Kanari's parents saying that you should consider marrying that man, Pretzel.
I was not even thinking about that. Just
Ulterior motives.
I was doing it for the audience.
it's a little clip that plays. No, wait, never mind. But it helps to talk to somebody.
That's fair. I don't know. I understand their concerns. It just... Do you know that I really hated reading history books when I was little? Weird, right?
You had a point in your life where you hated history.
Yeah, I thought it was boring, you know? I liked stories about knights in shining armor and, you know, the super powerful mages saving the princess. It was my dad who actually encouraged me to start reading more history. He said, you know, you can't place all your bets on adventurers. The small deeds by all us normal folk are worth, you know, worth more than 100 adventurers. It's what makes the world turn. Basically, he just thinks that, and he's not wrong, you know, if you look at all of history, everything that adventurers have done, it's important, but the majority of the things that make people happier, safer, you know, more prosperous, just come from everyday people doing everyday things. That's what he wanted for me, you know, just stay at home, stay at the library. I don't know, they didn't get why I would want to come out here and do something like this.
Sounds like our parents are almost opposites.
What was that?
Our parents are opposites in that regard. They couldn't get me out of an ordinary life fast enough.
Well, I'm glad that they're supportive of what you're doing, at least, though.
It's a fault.
Okay? Oh.
It'll be fine. No offense to my parents, they're very talented healers, but I don't think they know people as well as they think they do. And they don't necessarily know all the tips and tricks of making sure that people are taken care of, that aren't shown the Magisterium's good graces.
Bedside manner needs a little work.
To say the least, but they mean well, and they they brought you back to better, but
You did.
okay. We should get back to the group, but you can talk to me
I appreciate that. Maybe we should trade parent talks for a day.
I thought you were gonna say trade parents.
Next on Scryervision, swapping parents.
Parent swap.
Parent swap.
Yeah, and I think Kanari would eventually, once they're both done reading in comfortable silence, just head back down.
Same. Yeah, Rex will skim through both books too. If that speed reading is still up, just zip through it.
It's not still up, but you
Cast
can
it
cast
again.
it again. It was 1 hour.
That's
but...
true. I've got another spell slot. There it is.
Yeah, you just go through. You have the Fomorian book now, right?
Yeah, I would just say whichever one Kanari was done with first, Frexel reads that one first, and then.
Okay. So basically, if you look up Fomorian, like on like the D&D wiki, you like know everything now.
Cool.
Over to Moxie. Moxie, you go back. You go to your room, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she
Wasn't it
would have
like-
turned
It
in.
was like 2 silver pieces per room.
Oh, yeah?
I know that it's a steep price, but you know that's how we fund these things.
Yeah, of course. It's, whatever.
Your tattoo is looking pretty cool. It has like the gold flecks, the gold cracks in it, as well as like the darkness of the tattoo. You head back to your room, or you head to your room, and as you go inside, you have your own personal bathroom. You're feeling a little lightheaded, and you want to go splash some water on your face. You think that'll probably just clear it up. You go into you go into the bathroom, you're feeling lightheaded, you splash some water on your face, and you inspect like the wounds across your body, and you get a surge of overwhelming pain in the side of your head as you flash back to the Kenku stabbing you through with the rapier, and then you come back, and then you feel some more pain, you wince, and you see the picture, you imagine that giant temple guardian slamming you with the hammer, throwing you up into the air, and then you come back and you wince, and you feel you see Braina swimming her warhammer at you, smacking you, almost taking you down, and you wince, and you look up into the mirror that's in front of you, and the lines across your face begin to glow. Your eyes glow and they flash, and you don't know what's happening, and then you wince some more, and a bright flash of light goes, and you fall to the floor of the bathroom, unconscious, for the next 8 hours.
Well, at least it'll be a nice rest on the bathroom floor.
Moxie's had those nights before. Who hasn't?
I mean, that's usually where Kanari makes her sleep, so just in case.
She would offer her a bed.
Pass out with your face half in a toilet. Yeah, we all been there.
Yeah,
Half the time, Kanari's just like hauling her back into her room, like, no, come on. Stop funny.
Yes. And then, when you do wake up in the morning, by the way, you notice around you one second. You notice that there are some scorch marks around this bathroom.
If I look in the mirror, are the scars on my face any more like deep, or are there more there, or
Back to normal.
Okay.
Completely fine, almost as if it never happened. Braina, when
Before I go to bed, I would talk to Umbrin. Umbrin, I got a new thing. I would like you to throw just a normal dagger at me here, pretty quick.
Oh, I was hoping that we would fight. I wanted to test out the new stuff we got.
I don't know that I want to do a full fight tonight, but I would like to catch a dagger if you throw it.
Oh, I've got all these spell slots though.
But why don't you do
I
one
forgot
each?
to use my shields when we fought last time, so I would have lasted longer. But that's fine.
Breno.
Think fast!
Okay.
18.
18 just hits.
Woo!
Did you do it? Did you use
What
your
is
reaction
the
to
what's the
catch it?
damage? Well, I need to know the damage.
Oh,
yeah.
damage. Oh,
I thought you were done.
I was like, how many
no, I was
dice are
like, you
rolling,
caught
Yuri?
it, Rice. I didn't know you wanted damage. You just caught it. What more do you want? All right,
I
I'm gonna
it reduces
throw-
damage. It
I'm gonna
reduces
throw
damage.
the ice one, so it's 2d4.
Okay.
Oh, there were 2 1s plus 4, so 6.
Yeah, I reduce it by 9, so yeah, I fully catch the dagger. I got it! I caught it! It's caught in my hand. I caught the dagger.
You almost felt as though this glove pulled your hand without you even like engaging it yourself. It was involuntary movement.
I was just like, whoa!
You want to
Look
test
at
out
this.
more, or are you done?
Umbrin pulls out like 5 more daggers.
Look, only one of us does psychic damage. Are we gonna figure this out tonight or not?
True. Oh, I forgot about that.
Metagame!
I know.
Umbrid's gotten so much new shit that he's so excited to like test it out on Brenna because the fights never really last long enough.
I mean, if you really want to,
If we don't have
I'm not
time,
up to
if you don't
full. I'm
feel
just
like
not
it.
at my.
You
Are you
can't
giving her, like, are you
rage.
giving, like, are
Oh,
you
you
giving, like,
can't
puppy dog
rage.
eyes? Yeah. Are you giving her
Oh,
like, puppy dog eyes? Is that what's going on?
whatever.
Brayna, when you do eventually get back to your room, no matter
Yes.
what you do, if you were to go to the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror, you'll see Albert Warsaw's face instead of your face at first. But then when you're like, what? And you blink, it's back to normal and you look like yourself.
I'll go up to the mirror. What?
You realize that your
Someone-
nose hairs probably need a trim?
Someone there? I don't. I think I'll go to Canari's room at that point. But Canari, is there someone in your mirror? There's someone in my mirror.
I don't think so. Is this the same night or is this the next morning?
It's the same night.
What did it look like?
She would have probably went to the library to find you.
It was this old creepy dude. I don't know. It was very weird.
I was actually young.
It was this young creepy dude. I don't know. It was very weird.
That doesn't make any.
I know. I didn't think the mirrors were like. I don't think they had the TV things in the mirrors because that's weird. It's the bathroom. That's kind of gross. I'm not sure. Quentin!
No! You see Quentin, and he actually has a loofah in his hand and a towel around him. Do you realize what hour it is?
Do you realize that this program has put a camera in my mirror?
It would do no such thing. The cameras
why
are
is there-
floating all around you, not in your
Why is there a
mirror.
face in my mirror?
Your face is in the mirror.
My face was not my. Well, my face now is in the mirror, but first it was something else.
Oh, sweetie, you know how dogs will sometimes see the reflection and then they get scared?
It was
Quentin.
another dwarf in the mirror.
Wow.
Canari, before Brayna even reacts, Canari gets in Quentin's face and be like, go take your shower, get out of here. And none of that sass. I swear to God, I will single-handedly.
When Canari gets out of here, Quentin's
When I
gonna
get out of here-
it.
Well, and I will make sure that you wander the astral plane for the rest of your life and afterlife with nothing to see for it. Now, leave us be in peace and actually do your job to get us sponsorships, or I will lose my mind. Thank you, goodbye. And Canari will push a hand through his apparition as she walks through. Brayna, come on, let's go check out your mirror.
That man was. Oh my god.
I
Sorry,
know.
fucking snap.
Oh
Man,
my.
and Moxie wasn't there to tell her how proud she is of her. She's
And Kanari will turn back to Rexel and Brain and be like, sorry. Uncalled for. Long week.
It's.
I meant it for you, though.
I apologize.
Good. I accept your apology. Now do better.
Oh, and Brayna, there's a message for you. It'll be on your bed.
Okay.
And then he.
If Rexel is there, has he read the Albert Warsaw book, and would he know? Would he make that connection? Is there like a
nobody-
character where it's like, oh, somebody who.
Nobody read the Albert Warsaw book. It was just like you found it, it
Okay.
popped open, then the Spectral Librarian.
I just didn't know if that was like a character he might know and be like, oh, it's a young person. Then it might be.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was not. It's not one of those books that you can just find in the bookstore and then.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
But I have a message.
You do have a message, but you. don't
There's
get to
a
know
weird
what it is.
man in your mirror.
There is. I just like
There's
that.
a weird man in you.
I know. I know. And she does not want to fight because she doesn't want to lose.
Kanari will take a look at it at the start of next session, see what she can piece together.
All of us fight you when we know where you're gonna lose, so whatever.
Wonderful. Well, everybody, that was great. That was a great episode. I am so happy that I caused you so much strife.
Trauma everywhere.
But yeah, it is now time for us to give announcements, everybody. Wyatt, that was a really good snap. Kudos to you.
Kanari's just had a long week.
Get him.
Quentin is an ass, so
Well, it just,
he's like
Kanari's
one of
gonna-
those mean gays.
We've noticed, Dev. We've noticed.
I might just be projecting my own like inner. Just kidding. Hi everybody. It is now time for us to do announcements. So I would like to announce first for everybody that's watching, we don't have an episode next week. Next Sunday, no episode because it is Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. And while a decent number of people don't do stuff, my family takes that weekend to go put in our dock, pontoon, jet skis, all that stuff to prep for the summer. It's kind of like our family thing. So that's where I will be. And unfortunately, yeah, if the rest of the group wants to like put together something or whatnot, like
Ooh,
feel free to
maybe
do
we
that.
could. I'm going to be here, so maybe we
It is especially sad because next Sunday is my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
I was
have
gonna
Dev
a
promised
yearly birthday.
Umbrin a present, and now he won't get it.
I
So
know.
Maybe we can
It
have
is
have a Yuri birthday stream.
if anybody wanted to hang out with me on my birthday and do a stream, I'd be super down for it because I was
Ooh.
very sad when Dev told me that he had to go hang out
Yeah.
with his family.
Family.
Okay.
What do you think I'm gonna? I don't have any friends. I don't. Nobody likes me.
The best
I
part
already
of
have
your
my
birthday is
family.
when you see all your friends and they tell you happy birthday. That's the best part of it.
We'll discuss in the Discord and the private stuff. But I think I have
Yeah.
a thought. I have a thought. I can do a thing.
Yeah, if y'all
If
want
we
to
wanna
do
do a
something,
thing,
put
that'd
something
be great.
together.
Because I'm aging. So
Maybe
come
you can-
celebrate my aging with me.
Maybe you can ask Jay to run the OBS so that Ryan can actually participate
yeah.
in something other than just being a DM on Wednesdays. We love you, Ryan.
We love you and your beautiful face. You should come hang out with us.
Also, we have Quizzes and Kobolds, and I heard that was a very successful stream on Thursday, and I think that we're graced by the winner of Quizzes and Kobolds' first episode in this stream.
The very first episode, if you did not see it on Thursday, was Quizzes and Kobolds, and I won. So I am our
Hey!
Geek of the Week, but I
Geek
hope
of the
we find a
Week.
better name than that.
How about the Kobold Killer?
The Kobold Champion. We'll think of a good name for what to
The
call it. But yeah,
Chobold Champion.
Come hang out with us on Thursdays as we do a fun quiz show and maybe participate in the quiz show.
And what
Ooh.
time does it start, Yuri?
7. We have changed it back to 7 since it is on a Thursday, so that way people can still get to Critical Role on time.
Very important.
Get to Critical Role on
wait.
time, and just in case anything happens.
7 Central.
Yes, Central.
7 Central.
GMT minus
So.
5.
Yes, if you're like me and Dev on the East Coast, it will be 8 o'clock because Critical Role starts at 10.
Yeah,
on the East
That is
Coast.
really late.
it is late, but they're in
Sure is.
California. They're in LA. But yeah,
That's
so
9 is late, man.
Quizzes Kobold,
early
super
for me.
cool. So early. We also have World's Greatest Dungeon, which happens on Wednesdays. We actually just got down to 2 teams. It's the green team versus the red team, so we don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to win? Will the green team be killed by Andarath because of 13's shenanigans? Will Wenry
Yes.
regain his honor? Hopefully not.
Will Wendella figure out what the hell is going on with all her shit? Nope.
Who knows?
Who knows
a lot
what's
of
going
crazy-
on?
There's a lot of craziness that needs to be wrapped up, and 13 still is telepathic because of Brenda,
Mhm.
and he signed
Yep.
away something.
He
that
did.
He has no idea. Maybe he should go talk to Brenda.
And also Wendella is now a lot of bit warlock instead of just a little bit warlock. It's great.
Oh,
Are you guys leveling up faster than we are?
yes.
Probably.
Oh my god.
Very
I can't
much so.
believe you,
They've
Dev.
also
God
been like,
damn.
We are going so slow with the levels.
well, they're
It's
I don't think
you
we're gonna make it
get
to level 8.
Savor your abilities. This is only episode 8.
My abilities suck, let me tell you.
Oh, episode
I want
7.
better abilities.
also,
Actually, no, that blood vial is
this-
gonna help a lot.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, you all got some pretty good buffs today. Especially Moxie, like being able to punch harder magically, but with like the range. That's super cool. So I'm looking forward to the all-purpose tools and one as well. It's gonna be great. I was also going to remind Melissa that Brenda knows about the primordial deity.
She does.
So we need to figure that out. That's something that 13's
Everything.
gonna want
We
to.
only have 24 hours, though, Dev.
I know, but we'll make it work.
It'll be fine.
We also have a new show coming called After the Fall, which will be on Friday evenings. I think 7:30 p.m. I could be
Yes.
wrong.
And I don't
Ryan
think
will
it's
post
this.
in
I
chat
don't
if
think
I'm
it's
wrong.
this week,
No, I
but
think it's
next week, maybe.
Friday.
Maybe? Question mark.
But they're all prepped, they're all ready, they're doing great, and we're super excited. We actually have Clarity. 7 p.m. Session 0 will be Friday after next. Clarity, who was in the Ryutama one shot, will actually be joining After the Fall. So that's exciting.
And I
And-
think the host of
Tyler.
Quizzes and Kobold, Styler, is going to be on After the Fall too.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think
As
so.
well as 2 brand new cast members that have not yet made their
Yeah.
debut. So we'll meet them
we need to
soon.
force them to play through Dragon Ante sometime or something.
Oh,
I tried. I tried.
Okay.
No, come be on Quizzes and Kobolds.
I mean both. Why not both? We
Oh.
also
Working on those steps.
I remembered what I was gonna say, but then I forgot it. Did it involve Through Dragon Ante cast members?
Friday?
Quizzes.
Free quizzes.
Kobolds?
Kobolds? Where?
Bees?
I do
Bees?
have this fun idea for a goblin who was raised by kobolds, and they are a draconic bloodline sorcerer.
That's
So-
awesome.
Keep an eye out.
I don't forget to follow us on socials. If you're interested, you can join our Discord. And yeah, super cool stuff. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? It was important.
Follow my stream. No.
Yeah, follow Melissa's stream and it's just Braina.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not exactly sure how I pulled that off. But-
yeah, it's such a it's kind of like it's not a common name, but it's not like an out there name. Oh my gosh.
What
7 p.m.
Discord said stoppable 408? Can we get
There
the
it
Discord
is.
out? Does it work?
Is that the good link? Oh,
Does
he made
it
it.
work?
He made
Yeah,
a
it
new- he
does.
made a
There
new
we
one.
go.
Sweet.
It's
Welcome,
not the
Palpatine.
exclamation point command.
I'm in my headcanon, I'm gonna say that their first name is Ron, so it's Ron Stoppable.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna call him
Call
Palpatine
me,
because that's
beat
what
me
they
if you
popped
wanna
up
reach
as.
me.
Palpatine
Whatever the words
Stoppable?
are.
Oh, that might be Lennon. Lennon's always
Oh,
Palpatine.
Lennon, hi.
Yeah, Lennon's one of my good friends. He lives in Mexico now. He moved from Detroit.
Ooh.
Have fun.
Yeah, I love Lennon. He's
Better weather down there,
one of
hopefully.
the best people.
Oh my
I know.
god, it was 90 degrees.
It is
today.
Lennon, yes.
So-
Hi, Lennon.
Hey!
So, thoughts on everyone
Lennon's-
but Dev for next week? Everyone cool?
I got time.
Yeah, and you can discuss it
Okay.
further. In the
Well, I just want to say,
week.
if we are, then yes, guys, come back next week. We will
Yeah.
be doing things.
We're gonna do something because it's my birthday. Everyone better say happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
I'll do a shout out on the Twitter as well for you.
Yeah, you better.
What was I gonna say? Ugh.
Who knows?
Whatever. I'll say it.
Look
next
to
week.
Twitter.
The second we
Look to
end
Twitter.
the stream, Dev's gonna remember it.
I'll
And then you can
it'll
yell
be
it
like
in the Discord.
3
Yeah.
a.m. and I'll just like shoot up and be like, "What was that?" So we mentioned after. Oh, I remember.
We got it.
This is a roller coaster.
Roller
What is it?
coaster of emotions.
Say it,
I need
Deb.
to know.
Tell us
I need
before
to
you
know.
forget.
What is it? What is it?
Ryutama might become a long-term campaign for the channel,
Ooh.
and Dempsey might do that, and so we might
Maybe.
get more people if we get
So
enough
basically-
interest. So
yes,
if
let
you're
people know.
if you're interested, go onto the Discord and just mention in like general chat or something that like,
Tell
hey,
Dempsey how much you loved Dallas and how much he should come back. Because I don't think Dempsey's gonna let me back in.
how much you love Ogden.
Yeah, whatever.
'Cause Ogden was great.
I don't know. Did you see Dallas? He was great.
I thought Amir was pretty nice.
If you
All right.
didn't watch the stream, that is all of our characters that we
Come on.
personally played. So
All right, so everyone, wonderful, wonderful day. I love you all, and also stay hydrated. Bye.
Bye.